I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, that was Hunter's being a schmuck.
Or hey, whatever.
It's worming.
Yeah. So yeah, sure. So hello everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. Well, welcome back to Points of Light. I am Hoenig, and once again, I am the Dungeon Master for Dungeons and Dragons. So
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, we are. So anyway, Anyway, last time we had this adventure, so the new member Baldur and our returning member Liam have reunited with the rest of the party at a tower, ruined tower in the Fallen District, where they have descending to the depths below to find a symbiote. However that movie pronounces it these days. Where they find themselves surrounded by a lot of these reavers, which they have fended off and acquired from one of the corpses. Their handler for that mission was more than happy to send it to thank you Liam for the follow. So anyway. Now I was saying. So yeah, they found what they needed, and they were paid for it, for lack of a better term. And they returned, and while they were preparing for the next mission, Celeste, Freya, and Cole, and Baldur were decided to relax at the Elysium briefly. Before they met an unusual lich that goes by the name of give me a second, Gath, who has told her that corpses have been vanishing in vanishing in Helden's tomb. And on the way, Cole, Celeste, Bea, and Baldur stumbled upon some necromancers who wants to teach them a lesson. And in both situations, in both encounters, Baldur uses basically was taking inspiration from the ending of the Raiders of the Lost Ark and tried to melt his enemies, which is rather surprising for a healer, no?
A little. I mean, that's one way to heal things.
Yeah.
I don't imagine radiant damage doing that, though. I always think of radiant damage as like kind of a divine laser.
Have you
Instead of melting, scattering it.
Raiders of the Lost Ark? Like, that would technically...
I've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. You're talking to a movie geek here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
I
they were led to this cavern while being led by a zombie, a sentient zombie named Walter. When they arrived at this cavern, however, they managed to track down this cavern thanks to a blorg, tracking down with a blorg and everything.
And I don't know.
Cole, we can hear the background conversation.
More like it because I
Yep. Unfortunately, Walter suddenly forgot why he let these strange people alone, and just turned around and returned to whence he came. When you enter the cavern, however, you find out that the cavern has teeth and a tongue, which appears to be a mouth that leads to what seems to be a gigantic, a ginormous corpse. And when you step at the tongue, it tries to swallow you in. And having the characters with Freya just barely making it out thanks to some quick thinking from Cole and the others. Well, they all just like literally hanging on the tongue not to get swallowed in. Literal cliffhanger. With the tongue hater. Yeah, tongue hater. And that is where we
Yeah, you're lucky you're in the company of an angel whose stand is a scarf. You're welcome.
Yes. So you're still hanging on they're still hanging on by the tongue. And this is where we would bring in Kate and Liam. So, how do you two stumble on these four idiots?
So, Kate saw by connecting to her familiar that they gave off with them that they were in trouble. So, being at their meeting, they were alerted by the danger and immediately rushed to their aid, carrying a new mule with her.
Liam, do you follow Kate?
I pick Liam up along the way.
Yeah,
because it's not a meeting I take anybody with.
Yeah, you bring Liam along, seeing that Cole, Celeste, and the others are in danger. And
yeah, I alert them to the fact, and then we take them there.
You first find yourself in a great crypt that contains nothing more than an old tomb that suspects of dried candle wax, and an opening where a black shirt once stood. When you venture deeper in, quickly, 2 rows of teeth and a grubby tongue identify this room as an enormous mouth. A terrible stench that drifts off from the corridor ahead, which lies where regular god would be. Except the tongue is like stick standing up, and you hear like you hear hollers like, "Hang on!"
Hello, guys. Are you there?
Yeah. Yeah. And you can
get the fuck over here.
Celeste is holding on for dear life, and she's got a couple of friends that her stand is holding on to for dear life.
The tongue soon lands.
Help you guys out.
Yeah, the tongue soon lands and lands with a thud.
Oof. Luckily. Celeste has a strength score of 10, but Lustral self, she can use her wisdom modifier in place of her strength modifier.
Yeah, the tongue soon lands back on the ground, leaving knocking Freya out, knocking the wind out of Freya, and there's a little daze for what happened to her. He's been through the wiener a lot. So Baldur decided to set her aside outside the mouth and says, I'll keep it on you. Don't worry about us, okay?
And so the halfling cleric is setting up triage. Got it.
It's not triage if you've got just one patient. Triage is just the order that you're going to be seeing your patient,
and that's
based on the severity of their symptoms.
I should know I should know this because I had medical training when I was in the Navy.
In the Navy.
Oh, does the rest of you want to explain what happened to Kate and Liam?
I don't even remember who the fuck they are.
Well, that's fair. Celeste?
Celeste introduces Kate and Liam to Cole, saying, "Yeah, these are a couple of friends of mine, also members of the Clifftop Guild."
Wait. Okay, when I said what did I miss? Apparently, one thing I missed that no one fucking mentioned is we're no longer hanging on to the tongue.
Yeah, the tongue just landed back. Oh, Baldur is okay. Never mind, Baldur is back. You're checking on Freya, making sure that she's alright. Hey! He's back. Can you hear us?
Welcome back.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're checking. Yeah,
Hello.
the talent just landed back, and you're checking Andre, who was knocked out of her.
Right on. Does she need a spell? Does she need some healing?
Roll a medicine check.
No. Her player is indisposed at the moment, so we're just role playing that she's indisposed.
Yeah, I always had to decide to take a swig out of some alcohol and then knock unconscious because the first time she rolled a Constitution saving throw to drink alcohol, she failed bad and finds herself throwing up at
She
the
rolled that one.
And then it really gets tricky. I think he might have sent me a Mickey.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm fine, and she decides to take some a water scan out with some alcohol in it. You can smell it when she opens it. Take a swig and then passes out.
Yeah,
Anyway.
funny as that is, no, just her falling out of the mouth thing as it's lifting up with us.
It's
What I
funnier.
missed.
It's funnier that way.
Anyway, on with the show.
Alright, so Celeste, you explained to Kate and Liam what happened. Oh, how you met with a strange lich named Gath.
We're on a job. We're on a job. Yeah, that's what I explained to him. We're on a job. Our client is a friendly lich named Gath, and we're investigating some vanishing corpses.
Also, you've been led here
Quick
by
question:
by
are we
Eberron.
not doing anything about the giant mouth skull thing that we were just in? Again, when I said, "Did I miss anything?" Like, what did it just gently set us down or something? What's going on?
No, Celeste pulled everybody out with her stand.
Yep. Yeah, I'll say that for everybody's sake.
For simplicity.
Yeah, for simplicity's sake. Yeah.
I can't even remember how everyone else was holding on. I know I just stabbed the tongue.
Arms of the Celeste was using her astral self arms.
And as Freya wakes up and says, "Oh, that was a bit of a trip. Well, I guess I had some something I had to do in the meantime. Well."
Oh, that's my other things need to be done senses tingling. Barbarian, up, and away.
Yeah.
I must go now.
Hole.
Yes. I need to check.
Poor
I
fucking Yasha.
need to check on my daughter real quick. Celeste, is she at your place, right?
Yeah, your son is at Joe Star Manor. Yeah, it's a son.
Oh, I thought it was daughter. So okay, my mistake. So my son. Oh, I need to check on my son. Just, I'm sure he's quite worried for me. My apologies. I wish I could help you, but
Go check on your kid.
That just
Go
seems
check
so
on
out
your
of
kids.
character, though, to quit the job. I think just her falling out of the mouth and basically getting a concussion, being told to lie the heck down.
We gotta write her. Well, we gotta write her out of the story somehow. So,
Or we could have something taking effect now from last night, or because we started this job right after finishing the last one. Right?
The roofies. Why is everyone obsessed with roofies today?
No, not the roofies. I'm talking about how she woke up in the middle of all the crazy people.
Oh yeah, no, that was
Remember the explanation for why she was suddenly in the party when we were in the den of madness.
yeah, I take it.
She
I
was-
said
she was
about the swig of alcohol. She says, "Oh, I need to check on my child," and decides and walks away. I had to get her out of the story somehow.
No,
Yeah,
that
Celeste
is okay.
Celeste
Big giant
gives her-
monster that we get to fight, and she says, "Nah, no thanks." Okay, this is the freaking. She is a tiefling from the plane of battle.
Just roll with it, dude. Just roll with it. Her player isn't here to. Your player
It's
isn't
magic,
here today.
anything
You
goes.
gotta write her out. Yeah, it's
It's
magic.
magic,
I ain't
anything
gotta
goes.
explain shit.
There's some invisible creature that command on her, and she failed to save, and now she wants to check on her kid.
Yeah, it's
There,
yeah.
magic.
Oh yeah,
She is
this and she realizes, yeah, this is too dangerous. If anything bad happens, I need to protect my son.
Yeah, I think they caught a cold earlier, so you might want to check on them.
Yeah.
So
let's move on from that part. Just roll with it.
Yeah, so Celeste gives her new girlfriend a peck on the cheek and sends her on her way.
She smiles and thanks you and walks away.
Right, how are we gonna deal with this big thing?
Big mouth. Now I'm not talking about the Netflix series.
So, why exactly do we have to go in there?
To stop whatever is causing these corpses to vanish.
Why do we care if corpses vanish?
Because we were hired to care about vanishing corpses.
Oh yeah, money. So,
That's the
Simple
reason I'm
enough.
here too.
Kate summons their familiar. It's a little sparrow, and it flies into the big mouth
Okay, so
just to check out what's there.
ahead your family finds a fat shallow pool as they go into the throat. After like going past inside the throat, and they find a shallow pool filled with the bubbly substance stretching across this crested room. Small islands of bone float atop the liquid, smoke rising from their edges.
It seems like acid in there. Go a little further, Sparrow.
Okay, so give me a second.
Just gonna scout out the whole fucking level.
Pulls down the collar gorget in front of his face, puts on a second, and then brings the collar gorget back up, and then
However,
pulls down on
your fear finds yourself attacked by something you cannot see.
The moment they got attacked, they disappeared.
Your sparrow can go poof. Did you cast Final Sacrifice on it?
No.
No, this is a non-explosive one. It just disappears into a
Find-
different reality.
One of the effects of Find Familiar is that you can dismiss your familiar.
Oh, cool.
Either shunting it into a pocket dimension or banishing it
summoning
forever.
it in general.
Another one.
And poof, the sparrow flies around Cade's head, which is now she is wearing a helmet and carries a shield with a royal symbol.
Yeah, we saw the picture. She's looking all kniggetly.
Wait, what
Dark
picture?
Souls got nothing on her.
Yes.
Dark Souls got nothing on me.
Once again with the Monty Python and the Holy Grail references. As I always say, if you're not referencing Monty Python and the Holy Grail while you're playing D&D, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
Okay, well in that case, run away!
Run away! Run away! You can't risk another frontal assault. That rabbit's dynamite.
I got some fight left.
Dynamite, you say? As in, every single chance it pops up, I'm gonna bring up Final Sacrifice. Which, so Uncle Nathan.
Yeah. Beotrin has
to
Guardian
explain-
of Faith, the closest thing we got to a holy hand grenade.
So, I was reading my Pathfinder 2nd Edition books last night, and I found a second level spell called Final Sacrifice. Basically, you turn one of your minions into a fireball. Like, literally, same radius, same damage.
This is
And,
why I don't play Pathfinder. Seems more broken than D&D 5th edition.
And that's
No,
it.
it's...
And D&D 5th edition is pretty broken.
Connor, you don't get a save. anything because
I'm
you don't even know Pathfinder.
I just
So,
want to.
yeah.
I just want to be funny.
You,
Hang on a sec.
you,
But so
know
Oh god, he
I
wants
do
to
know
be funny.
Pathfinder.
Everybody
Pathfinder-
hide.
Pathfinder First
Pathfinder is
Edition
what
was
got
made to
me-
balance 3.5, but Second Edition is just very different. But anyway, so Final Sacrifice, you make one of your minions explode. Now, if it is not a mindless minion, this also counts as an evil spell. If your minion has an element, the explosion is based on that element.
By the way,
Otherwise,
can
it's just
anyone
like a
see?
fireball.
By the way, can anyone see invisible things?
Mm,
No, I
not
can't.
entirely
nobody-
sure.
Nobody in the party has true sight.
If
But
it's
do
within
they-
10
but do
feet
they
of
have
me,
the
maybe. Hold
invisibility?
up.
Just curious.
Let me see if I can make something real quick for that.
By the way,
If they're within 10 feet of me, yes.
Something rolls 16 and is going to attack Baldur, which misses as something grazes their arm.
Norik.
Arm.
Norik. If
Yeah?
it's within 10 feet of Kate's, you would notice it.
You saw one of the Borgs running up and trying to attack Baldur.
One of the
Speed
what?
Eldritch blasted before they would get there.
Alrighty, roll your attack.
Are they surprised?
Yes.
That you saw them? Probably.
Yeah. Everybody roll initiative.
Because nobody can see me. Nobody can see me. Oh shit! Somebody saw
I'm
me.
gonna roll with advantage. So first one, 23 to hit. Second blast is a 21 to hit. Thank God. So,
Okay, so
let me
19
roll the damage. Thirteen points of force damage
not
due to the thing attacking, and then I'll roll initiative.
Alrighty.
17.
One of these invisible things which pops into like shivers into existence, and you saw these like little scaly demon-looking things. Yo, Cole, you may recognize this as Blorgs.
Hell.
So, Cole, what did you roll?
11.
Alright.
The other
11.
rolled a 10. Kate, what do you roll?
Lord?
17.
How do you spell Lord?
Beeltrum, what did you roll for initiative?
I rolled a 19. I have alertness.
Yeah.
When
the
dealing
initiative
with
roll-
healing horses, you need
The
Select
dice are
need a
still
little
with
bit
me.
better.
I rolled a nat 20 on that initiative roll.
for a total of
23.
23.
Alright, so I don't know what the first blog rolled, but the second blog rolled a 10.
The second. The other rolled a 6.
So wait, BLORG, right?
Yes.
I'm not finding
Lord.
anything for that.
Could be a custom monster.
Could be a custom monster. Yeah, just want to let you know.
It's the reason why I don't
Well-
look up monsters, I just memorize them by head.
Well, my guy studies monsters as well. Before I actually go check this stuff, what kind of
It is
intelligence
simple
rolls
to
or
roll
knowledge rolls?
a religion check.
Of course, it's the one that I don't have trained. 12.
You're not quite sure, but they seem to have some similarities to the Quasit.
Quasits. Okay.
Norik,
Quasit!
Yes.
I have blind fighting, so that's why.
It's like an imp, but it's also a demon.
No, I said Quasit, as a... Quasit.
No, Norik, I changed the two-weapon fighting style to blind fighting, because I don't really need to hit things 3 times since I usually use my bonus action.
Alright, fair enough. So... Alright, so who be up first? Oh wait, Celeste.
The list.
Yeah, that's why I put up a list.
I have my initiative.
Yeah,
Arthur.
Yeah, but you usually forget.
Yeah, the Blorg. Yeah, the Blorg that just shimmered.
You see
minute,
two more.
I had-
You
wait a
see two more of these things shimmer into existence, as if uncloaking themselves into existence. That
Okay.
was redundant, but you know, yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Okay, am I in? If I'm assuming I'm not in melee range of any of these guys,
You're
yeah,
not.
the one that shimmered. Yeah, the one that shimmered into existence, I'm gonna zap him with Ray of Frost.
Uh-oh, who left? Okay, you kept on switching up voice checks, so I want to let you know.
Alright. Does 21 hit?
That's a hit.
Alright, that's gonna be 2d8. That's gonna be 2d8 cold damage. And that's 8 points of damage all day.
What are you attacking with again?
Ray of Frost.
Yeah,
I
that's
said
more.
cold.
That's you send ice beams from your eyes into the Nakwase, which forces its soul before it crumbles.
Dead.
Would that be your turn?
That'll be my turn.
Beotrum, you're up. Okay, I'm gonna check to see whose dexterity is higher. So, Beotrum's
I
dexterity is
think
higher.
Liam.
Okay, so with alertness, I can't be surprised by something attacking me that I can't see. Well, let's see if I interpreted that correctly. Anyway, but I guess I'll take a swing at it with my mace if there's still something attacking me.
It's gone, but you see that just take a bit of a bit inside the inside the maw. All
You
of you are
cannot
outside
be
the maw.
surprised while you are conscious, and other creatures do not gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of being unseen.
Okay, so if the one that was attacking me was already taken out, thank you, by the way.
No problem.
I will. I'll actually just step back and observe. I'll analyze.
You will. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to identify these creatures.
Roll a relation check. They're equivalent to quasits as far as Cole could tell.
Okay,
But
I rolled
It looked like
I rolled an 18 and I have a 5.
diseased
so
quasits?
23.
They're the equivalent of quasits, and yeah, they're Eberron's equivalent quasits. They're basically spawns of chaos. That cried out whatever was there.
It's like a wild magic sorcerer did a simple spell, but they rolled a natural one.
Yeah, the Tabaxi source, Tabaxi spellcaster source, spellcaster tyrant rolled a natural 1 against the fireball. Good times. So anyway, you know quite a bit about these type of demons, and they seem to be the ones that are responsible for seeing the corpses.
Interesting.
okay. These things are like 18 inches tall.
Yes. So, what do you now?
I'm just thinking of one of these tiny things.
That's all I was going to do. I was just going to analyze, see what I knew, step back a little bit from the action. It seems like my compatriots here have the defense under control. So,
Liam, it's your turn now.
Well, can I blast with Eldritch Blast?
Go ahead. Just
For 8.
Can you talk? 13 damage.
Okay.
Could you repeat that?
Okay, so roll. So if you're gonna cast Eldritch Blast, you're gonna cast it with 2 beams. So roll 2d. So roll 2 d20s. It might be overkill, but yeah, it is overkill. Go ahead.
Wait,
Well,
wait.
there's more
Are
than
they
one of
both
these.
visible?
No, there's just one left.
Oh, there's.
Are they both visible?
There's only one left alive.
That's
So
not
I rolled
question asked.
a 10 plus 9, so 19, and
That
19
hits.
plus 9. Alright. And the second one was 19, so plus 9, so that's 20.
That also hits.
Alright, so I should just roll for damage. That's... Hold on, let me just adjust. First one rolls a 3 plus 6, so that's a 9 damage. Did you get that?
Yes.
And the second blast rolls a 6, so 12 damage.
Yeah, with use one your sword like Link does in the Zelda games, and your force and your
Sword beam.
and your sword beams cut down that that warlock like it was nothing.
Well, that was easy.
Famous last
Yeah.
words. Famous last words. I'm just saying, famous last words. Alright, previous music, let's go. Alrighty. You settle down a little, but you still have a job to do. Do you dare enter inside?
I mean, yeah.
I would like each of you to roll an athletics check.
Perfect.
If you want
Something
to
I'm
enter
good
the
at.
mall, or to
24.
You manage to crawl inside to re-enter the maw. Oh no. Wait, you don't have to. You just like enter inside. My mistake. So you find yourself in in the belly of the beast, literally.
Hey, I got a 19 on that athletics check.
Ooh, I like the. I like that portrait. Post it here, Baldur. I really like that portrait.
Okay, as soon as I figure out how to do that, I'll get that uploaded.
Yay that my stand is still out, and I can use my wisdom modifier in place of my strength modifier.
Yeah. Anyway, you don't need to roll a wisdom, an athletics saving throw. I just forgot. It's only for going back up. So,
Okay.
How
Save that roll.
far
Save
are we
that
going down?
you're just
never
going to
mind.
enter
Save
the
that
little belly of the beast.
Yeah, how far are we going down?
As deep as it leads you, and soon enough you find
And
yourself.
that's how much feet?
Oh. Let me count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 50 feet.
That's a lot.
Alright.
And you find it's like squeezing, like, it's a very tight space as he'll just like crawl down its throat. Which sounds really naughty if you think about it.
Good night, everybody.
And soon enough, you find yourself you feel you feel the sizzle of your bootstrap as you like step on the stomach acid, and ahead of you you see what appears to be a corpse, some sort of like flesh gobble like thing just made of a corpse that seems to be.
Flesh golem.
Yes, it's a flesh golem that where its flesh is just growing faster than the acid could eat away at him.
That's nasty.
Yeah,
Anywhere that I
unfortunately,
can
when I tell you
teleport.
this, and managed to surprise you by popping out of the acid. Everybody, roll initiative again.
Managed to surprise everyone but Bertram, who, despite being sheltered, apparently can't be phased by anything.
I got an
Exactly
18 on
right.
that initiative roll.
Yeah, all of you
that's
surprised except for
23.
Baldur. Alrighty, so
This is not a good day for my initiative rolls. 7.
all of you
Yeah,
are considered
Baldur got one.
surprised, except for Baldur.
Baldur is got how much?
We got 11, but I get maybe alertness makes it so I'm not surprised. What just happened?
You're not surprised, so you're not automatically crit.
Or at least
gotcha.
you don't have to.
Celeste, what did you roll?
So you can act. So for the first round, you can act. The monster can act. We're all busy going, ew, that's gross.
And then, oh shit! I said, oh crap!
Left. What did you roll for initiative?
I rolled a 19.
Okay, because I didn't remember the number.
You can't take a turn on your first turn of combat, so it'll just be the Baldur and the flesh golem. So flesh golem rolled a 10.
For initiative, then? I got an 11 on initiative.
Yeah, you go first. Kate? Oh, 23, and Celeste rolled a 19. So, Baldur, you're up. You saw like something is up with this. Something is up, and then suddenly, poof, goes the flesh golem.
So he popped or exploded or what?
No,
What's
popped
that?
out the acid like it was nothing, like it was
Oh, gotcha.
flesh.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. Is there poison involved in what's going on here? Did everybody just get poisoned, or was it acid?
It's acid, and you're surprised. Oh, and by the way, since you started your turn in the acid,
Beatram isn't surprised.
and since you started your turn in the acid, you take 1 point of acid damage. Everybody else will also take acid damage because you're standing in it.
Okay, I'm gonna drop Aura of Purity for my turn.
Okay, and what does that do?
Now I gotta look it up. I just remember it. It does a whole bunch of cool things that apply to everybody around me, keeping them protected. Give me a second. I'm gonna look up the spell.
Purifying energy radiates from you in an aura within a 30-foot radius until the spell ends, which is concentration up to 10 minutes. The aura moves with you. It's centered on each non-hostile creature in the aura, including you, can't become diseased, has resistance to poison damage, and has advantage on saving throws against effects that cause any of the following conditions: blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, and stunned.
It can maintain concentration on it for about an hour, so probably a good idea.
No, 10 minutes.
Concentration 10 minutes.
Oh wait, no, that's... Wait.
I'm thinking something else. Yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah, you're right, 10 minutes.
And I know
Wait, that's
this.
a paladin spell.
I know this doesn't cover acid, but I really don't know what we're in for. So I think that's what my guy would do. He would just kind of throw down his blanket protection. So anyway, that's me.
Probably probably some good thinking. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Alrighty, it's now at this what appears to be a flesh golem's turn, and see it's going to like run into you and see if it can slam into you, Celeste.
Okay.
Natural 20. Natural 20.
That was gonna hit it. That was gonna hit anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it's a natural 20.
How is it that the sorceress always takes the brunt of the damage?
I don't know. I think he wants you dead.
Okay, so 10, 20, 24 points of damage as it like charges right into you, pins you against the wall, and backs off and runs runs towards Baldur. 24 points of
How do
damage.
you have aura? How do you have aura of purity? Oh wait, is it a
Fourth
racial
level.
thing?
It came with Mark of Life. Anyway,
Mark of healing, yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to do the same.
Oh, yeah,
and it is going to do the same to
remember,
Colt.
remember, Beotrim isn't just a halfling; he's a dragon marked halfling.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
24.
When I typed in aura of purity, it just said source paladin.
And
And so-
unfortunately for it, it rolled an 8, so it misses you as it like step out of the way as it charges at you. And that ends his turn. Okay. Kate, you take a point of acid damage on your turn. You take a point of acid damage as you stand on the acid. The acid that's just eating away at the souls of your.
After we step onto the acid, I cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Oh, okay. So you have
So
temporary hit. Sweet.
4 temporary hit points,
How many temporary hit points again?
5 in total, of which 1 goes away.
Yeah, and another point that went away. So, okay. So, Kate, your turn now.
Okay, so I see this thing, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck is that? And I just Eldritch Blast the hell out of it. For blast of Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty, so since Eldritch Blast lets you use...
Out of curiosity, what's your patron? Speaking of blast the
She
hell
actually
out of it.
doesn't have a patron.
She
just learned the abilities through magical means.
Ah, dang it. I was hoping like you had like the fiend patron because you said blast the hell out of it.
That would have been
funny.
Yeah, so
Alright.
So go ahead and roll twice because you're using 2 beams of Eldritch Blast.
No, I'm using 4 because I have 2 actions.
Oh yeah, you're
19?
That hits.
16?
That also hits.
Yeah. Dirty 20 and an 18, so all of them hit.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, and where do you put your echo, by the way? How many hit points does your echo have?
I don't have my echo up at the moment.
So how do you have 4?
Because it only has 1.
So how do you have 4,
That's 28
Okay.
force damage. Yeah. The 4 temporary hit points are from Armor of Agathis.
Right, so 24 hit points?
How do you have? But how can you basically cast Eldritch Blast twice? For 4 beams.
2 actions. 2 actions.
Are you
and
using action surge?
No, I have 2 actions. And
Where do you get
beams of Eldritch Blast is only 1 action.
Where do you get the
Because of my level.
Where do you get the extra action from?
I'm a fighter.
Oh,
Oh,
you're thinking of extra attack. Unfortunately, extra attack only applies to regular attacks.
Wait,
Yeah,
for
you
real?
can attack. Yeah, you can attack
This
and
is the
cast cantrip.
cantrip.
The only time.
It's a cantrip.
The only time extra attack can be used to cast a cantrip spell is the extra attack that comes with the Bladesinger Wizard
Or the Eldritch Knight.
And the Eldritch Knight.
and the Eldritch Knight Fighter. Yeah.
I should have.
Honestly, yeah.
I
Because
honestly
I've
assumed
never
that
known
you had your echo up, so that's why I assumed. So only 2 beams. I'm sorry.
All right, then it would be 18 damage.
18 damage as the beams land squarely.
And then I
it's
would be able to hit him with my sword, right?
Just come flying off and lands into the.
That I would be able, Mark. I would be able to hit him with my sword as well, right?
No. Oh yeah.
1 with sword, 1 with Eldritch Blast.
No, I don't think so. That's only like I said. I think that.
Just a second. Yeah. From Grandma? Yeah. From Grandma? Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying
don't
to
know.
figure
I
out
don't know why
how.
I didn't-
Same here. Hold up.
Okay.
Deity. Tech rules.
Yeah, it's a unique thing that only applies to Eldritch Knights and Eldritch Knights and Bladesingers. So yeah, I'm sorry. No.
Because I'm reading through the rules right now. It never said it can't or can. I have the rule book in front of me right now, just to figure it out.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. So
choose target. Make an attack roll. It never says anywhere that when you get an extra attack as anything. that it has to be with
take
the
a look at
same weapon, a different
at
action.
the extra attack and spells.
At least not in
and
this
so
book.
yeah,
I'd have to
when you
open it.
use an action, casting a spell and making an attack are two different things. I'm sorry.
It's not a spell. It's a cantrip.
Cantrips are
I know
spells.
Cantrips are spells.
Spells?
Yeah, cantrips are spells.
Two spells in the same turn. Yeah, I know that one. But cantrip, I'm not sure if it has the same one.
Yeah. So extra attack only applies when you use the attack option, but casting spell is a casting spell action, even if the spell that rolls an attack roll. I'm sorry. When you cast a spell, that's pretty much it for your action.
Yeah, though I do have two actions. That's the part I don't get. Like, attack.
You can
per
attack.
action is two.
You can swing your sword with one action, and you can cast a spell with another action. You just can't cast two spells.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to do now. Is do the cantrip. Eldritch Blast, and then take one swing.
Cantrips in the same turn, unless
No, Blast. One Eldritch Blast for me has 2 bolts, so that's one action.
Yeah,
to shoot 2 bolts.
The reason why you have an extra bolt is because you are higher than level 5.
Yeah. So that I would be able to do one Eldritch Blast that has 2 impacts.
So basically, you're rolling
attack.
separate rolls for these bolts. They're somewhat similar to the magic missile.
Yeah.
Except you don't roll to attack on magic missile because magic missile are unerring.
Yes.
Unless you throw up a shield
It's like
spell,
Scorching Ray.
you take 0 damage from magic
All right,
missile.
so
My
It's
shield
like
spell would
Scorching
make
Ray.
it
It's
different.
one action.
yeah, so you use a cantrip that counts as an action. It's a spell.
Yeah, and then I have a second action which I'll attack him with a sword with.
But you get the second act. Is that in like D&D Beyond?
I have 2 actions and a bonus action.
You only get a second action if you're using action surge.
Yeah, so
I'm so confused now because we just established yes, you can make an attack roll with a sword and then cast a spell in one turn if you have 2
That's
actions.
only for the Eldritch
he's
Knight
not
and the
using-
Blade Dancer.
Okay.
Blade sing.
Then
I'm terribly
it's
sorry.
bit
I'm
more
terribly
clear.
sorry. So,
Yeah.
I
Because
when you make the
that
second
just
action,
became
I
more
was
confusing.
assuming you were referring to your echo.
His echo would be, unless you put it outside the acid, would be destroyed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright,
This is
so that would
in
be your
case you
turn
want
then.
using your echo.
That would be my turn then, yeah.
I'm terribly sorry, Celeste.
It's just really confusing to me.
I'm terribly confused. I honestly thought it would. Yeah. So Celeste, you take another point of acid as it eats through the souls of your What are you wearing again?
She's basically wearing ballet slippers.
Yep. Yeah, and you were thinking to yourself, yeah, I need a new pair of slippers.
Okay, how high is the ceiling in this giant stomach that we're in?
I'm gonna check. They're about 20 feet high, but it varies greatly due to the freaking globs and recesses.
Well, that's enough clearance to where Celeste doesn't have to worry about her shoes because she's going to bring out her radiant soul and take wing.
Yeah, you still take a point of damage in the meantime because you start your turn.
I'm not touching that.
Yeah. I already accounted for the 1 point of acid damage. So.
Yeah, you're at 33 hit points. Yikes.
34 actually.
30. Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was down to 35 from the flesh golem's initial attack, and then 1 point of acid damage would bring me down to 34.
Alrighty. I'll just bring everybody's hit points back up. Back 1 point up. So, well, no, except Baldur. So Baldur's at 64. So, yeah. So Celeste, you manage to use the wings, and you say, "I don't want to deal with that acid," and you fly up.
I'm not dealing. Yeah, I'm not dealing. And would that be? Yeah. Let's. wait a minute. Let me see it. I'll be using my action, so, yeah, I guess that'll be my turn.
Wow. Liam, you take a point of acid damage. What do you do now?
Alright, let me just...
When
Sorry, let me just write down the damage.
Yeah, so you're at 83 hit. You're at 83 hit points right now from the acid.
Alright. Is the monster acidic too?
Sorry, what?
Is the monster acidic too?
Not as much as you can tell. You're not quite sure, so to speak.
Just to be safe, to keep the distance for now, on a blast, Edric blast again.
Alrighty, make two of your since you're using 2 bolts, you're make two attack rolls.
Alright. Oof. First one is natural 1.
Instead of hitting the golem, it managed to make a splash. So Cole, Baldur, make a dex save.
Sweet. Finally, something I'm trained in.
Sweet
17 plus
Caroline.
1, 18 for Bertram.
22.
Okay, so 22. You managed to avoid some of the acid, but it still hits you. So you take. Oh. Okay. You take 9 points of acid damage for Baldur and Cole.
You rolled 18?
Yeah, it's a setback level hazard.
Ouch. Okay.
Oh fuck, I thought I was being
You're-
safe here.
Yeah, you got 82 hit points and 55 hit points for Baldur. Liam, you kind of feel bad about it, even though it was an accident.
Let's still have a second blast to
Roll
launch.
save versus shame.
Yeah.
Shame. Shame.
Roll a first roll saving throw to avoid being overwhelmingly shamed.
Yeah.
Shame.
I
You
was
really
thinking
are
about-
bad at Eldritch blasting, you know that, right?
Yeah.
It's still-
He does it better than you.
I took a sword piece, so you slash your sword, and you might just swing a little too hard.
There's still a second blast to be launched, so... Should I roll it again
Yeah,
for second
ahead,
blast now?
Yeah, it's for the second, yeah.
Second one is 15 plus 9, so 24. So
hits.
That hits.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Oh. Well. And I rolled for 1 plus 6 or 7 damage.
I managed to nick the golem, but not by much.
I just use my...
You have your bonus action and you move action. Do you see these little lumps of flesh that you can use as as something standing? So yeah, you can make a quick jog over there if you want.
Want to do what?
You see like nearby lumps of flesh that are above the acid level.
I'm gonna stay here because I'm gonna attack with the sword later. Gonna leave that spot for one of the people that...
Okay, you're gonna stay in the acid.
Yeah, gonna leave that spot for somebody else.
Okay.
Yes, Celeste doesn't have to worry. Yeah, Celeste doesn't have to worry about those flesh ledges because
Yeah,
she
they're
can fly.
they're like a small islands of bone float on top of the liquid, which is still gross, but
Gross.
I have plate armor on, so I can take the acid damage for a while.
fair enough. All right, Liam, that'll be your turn, right?
That's my turn.
Baldur?
Sorry about that, guys.
Don't worry. Could have
That
happened.
works.
Yeah.
10.
Baldur,
Monster thingy.
That's okay. That's okay.
I just saw
That's
the.
okay. And my next turn, I'm going to get an extra 7 points of radiant damage on my attacks.
Baldur, because you're still standing in the acid, you take another point of acid damage. What do you do now?
That's very acidic.
How damaged was Celeste when the golem smashed into her?
She is looking pretty bad, pretty bruised. Pretty
Okay.
bruised.
Yeah,
probably
I'm gonna throw some healing her way.
yeah, you run towards her. Where are you right now, Celeste?
The heal bot finally casts a heal spell.
She's right now. Yeah, right now she's hovering. She's hovering just above the acid. So yeah, she
Cure
hasn't.
wounds is a touch spell, so you might need to use healing word instead.
You're 3 feet. You're 3 feet tall.
Yeah, should I just jump up and down, reaching as high as I can in vain over and over for my turn?
He can the halfling can grab an ankle. She's only hovering like a foot over the acid.
Okay, so yeah, you quickly approach her and you cast.
This little piggy goes to. This little piggy goes to the market. This little piggy goes to the store. This little piggy goes to the medic.
All right, so you can cast Cure Wounds,
Wounds.
and what spell level are you casting it at?
Let's. If she's pretty damaged, let's do third. Let's do 3 spell levels on this one.
So 3d8 plus.
So you're
your
gonna burn a
wisdom
third
modifier.
level spell slot.
So
Okay.
3d8 plus your wisdom modifier. Go ahead. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
one
missing a
second.
d8. Oh,
Okay,
there it is.
16 before my modifier.
So that's a 21.
Is the modifier only once, or is it on every single dice?
Just once.
Okay, so 21. 21,
Yeah, 21
heal.
points of
Boom.
damage. You find yourself like most of your bruises and a little bit of bleeding just like stopped. You feel a lot better.
I'm
Celeste.
back up. Yeah, I'm back up to 56 hit points. Yeah, I'm back to, I might have a scratch. I mean, I have a scratch here and a bruise there, but otherwise I'm fine.
I was at 56.
And I'll say tickle
That's
tickle,
a
and then
problem.
I'll step back.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it said. That was precise.
Alrighty, Baldur, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
The course golem seeing you healing everybody is going to slam into you. 12 misses as you just like bounces off your armor. And it's going to try to
Oh yeah, you're wearing armor that's practically heavier than you are, aren't you?
I am scale. Yep.
Yeah, and it's going to try to attack Liam. Also misses.
Does it cause any acid damage by missing?
Kate has an ID for the next round.
Alrighty, and that ends his turn. Cole?
Alright, I'm gonna rush up to it, put me between as many people as I can, and it.
Okay, you're gonna attack?
Nope. I'm gonna do I would assume, Arcana roll.
Go ahead.
Holy crap, nat 20. So that is a 28
Alrighty.
knowledge Arcana,
Alrighty.
and I'm
It
gonna
hates- it
spout off what it.
It really hates fire. And like Frankenstein, it can absorb lightning. And this is as far as you know. Its weapon, and you can tell that its fists are magical, so its weapon attacks are magical. And as far as you know, you've seen it's very much like a flesh golem. And if you have heard that it is very resilient against spells. Like the spells that will try to alter the mind, you name it.
And they go berserk when heavily damaged.
Yes. Do you tell the others?
Like I said, yeah, I said that's what I'm doing.
And
then-
it can go berserk if it's heavily damaged. It hates fire. It can absorb lightning.
Okay, so We have to attack it with magic weapons, right?
You can attack it with adamantine weapons that are non-magical. Otherwise, yes.
Alright.
In fact, it's straight up immune to lightning, poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't adamantine.
That's
I
correct.
assume it's okay for me to say that because I got a freaking 28 to identify it.
And yes, and you know that it's quite tough. Would that be your turn?
Unfortunately, I don't. And then I'm gonna bleed all over my sword.
Like the emo. Wait, no.
Just like an
This is-
emo.
After 3 emos, I know what thing.
Ow!
What?
And I do 6 points of damage to myself.
Oh, you're saying 76 hit points right now. Ouch.
Yeah, I think it's been a couple years since I've even heard the term emo.
Wait, what did I take damage from before?
The acid. The acid that...
Oh, yeah, that's
the acid
right.
that...
It's like, because I've got, like, what, 93 for my base?
91, so...
No, 91.
Yeah, so yeah, the acid that you stood on, and the acid that Liam accidentally splashed on you.
Oops.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna use that extra blood that I'm apparently going to try to get his attention.
How are you gonna do that?
Same thing I do whenever someone annoys Cole, which is just squirt some blood in its eyes.
It doesn't seem to be phased by you squirting blood at it.
Squirtle.
Beotrum, you saw
That
this.
would
How
be
do you feel
funny, though.
about Cole's unusual ability?
I'm gonna harumph.
What?
I'm gonna harumph.
It's my job to keep blood on the inside. Why are you intentionally shooting blood on the outside?
Hey, get a harumph out of that guy. Give the governor a harumph. Harumph!
My,
You watch your ass.
my being a halfling and harumphing, it sounds, I don't know, probably like a small fox coughing or something like that. I don't know what's going on.
So what does the fox say, by the way? Yeah, what is
That's
For the
Well,
love
the
of
fox
God,
harumph.
No.
I am 1/64th dwarf, so mine is like harump.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, would that be your turn, Cole?
Yeah, that's action, bonus, and move.
Alrighty, Kate, are you still standing on the acid? If you are, you take another point of acid damage.
Yep, already counted it down.
Alrighty, so Kate,
Uh,
what do you do? Oof.
2 swords with my magical sword.
So you're gonna make 2 attacks, basically? Go ahead.
Dirty 20 and 11.
They both hit.
Damn. Alright.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's very easy to hit, as Cole would have told you.
23 damage plus 1d4 necrotic.
So what's the total damage? 23 slashing.
24.
Yeah, you slice. You stab it twice. Stab in the gut. Or how many points of damage?
24.
Alrighty, and it's starting to as far as you can tell, it's starting to crumble, and you can hear it growl. It starts to growl. You got a bad feeling about this.
A little bit.
Would that be
Yeah, that's my turn.
Celeste? You don't need to take acid damage because you're floating above.
Yep. I'm hovering. I'm hovering over, and I'm taking a little 50 gold piece diamond off of one of my ladybug brooches, and I'm using that sucker to cast chromatic orb.
What element would that be?
Yes.
Actually,
Correct.
they can be anyone, but Celeste is going to do something uncharacteristic. She heard from Cole that flesh golems think fire bad, so that's what So that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna lob a mini fireball at this thing.
Alrighty, roll your
That's
attack.
that's gonna be my attack, and that's a +8 modifier. Does a 27 hit?
Do I need to say it?
Yes,
Make
because
it
they always
so
ask us.
So that's gonna be 20. So that's gonna be. Yeah, I'm only casting this at first level, so this is gonna be 3d8 fire plus 7 radiant.
That's a lot
That's
for a
a
first level
spicy
spell, but then
meatball.
again, it costs 50 gold to cast.
Yeah, it's basically a pocket nuke. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. 15 points of fire damage and 7 points of radiant
22.
for 22 points of damage
You
all
hurl-
day.
You hurl your now semi-radiant fireball and hurl it at the corpse golem. Its body starts to burn away and you can hear its growl becoming more audible. Like you're going to piss off the whole.
Fire bad.
And it's because it takes fire damage, it will have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the end of its next turn. So, will that be your turn?
That'll be my turn.
Liam, you're up. And you take another point of acid damage because you're still standing in the acid. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can take it.
I'm gonna resist this pain while I can.
You grit through the pain as the acid starts to get inside your. So, what are you gonna do now?
Gonna go for a divine smite of this master.
Alrighty, Defiance Might. What spell slot are you gonna use?
Yes.
And that would count as
That would count as magic. So
magical damage, so that would damage the. Yeah, it's immunities to. Yeah, it's damage immunities are dependent on the weapon being non-magical and not made of adamantine. So if you had an adamantine weapon or a magical weapon,
which he has both, which weapon is a magical weapon.
Yep.
Which is sort of like a bone version of Soul Edge, but without the eye.
Well, this golem's about to be bone.
What's
golem's about to.
I just forgot to say.
This golem's about to toast.
All right, so what
I got
spell
a bone to pick with you.
slot are you spending to use your Divine Smite?
I'm just looking at my sheet. I don't have it in the spell slots. I'm confused.
So you have some separate spell slots based on your level. You have a number of spell slots, like 3 first level slots for your Paladin, and 2 Warlock slots, which are, I believe, are second level. You can restore your Warlock slots on a short or long rest, and your Paladin spell slots on a long rest.
Yeah, so I'd burn up a Warlock slot.
What level?
Yeah,
Yeah, go Warlock then.
Yeah, you can roll since you're going to do 2 Divine Smite, you're going to do an extra 3d8 points of damage. Go ahead and roll your attack.
I rolled a 3. +9, that's 12.
Go ahead and hit.
Oh, that's hits. Okay, so now 2.
Ow.
Oh yeah.
Basically, for most of us, just don't
I'm
roll
looking-
a 1 and you'll hit.
I'm looking at this thing has this thing has an armor class of 9, so
So
I have
unless
3.
you
But I
blast
always
put
automatically
your
hit.
Eldritch Blast in the acid.
Then I think I always hit as long as I don't roll a 1.
Alright.
So
yeah.
I take it. I roll 3
Yeah, 3d8.
3 dices.
Yep, 3d8 plus 2d6 plus 6.
That's gonna fucking end this thing.
2d8 and then 1d8. So
Yeah, 3d8
so 3 of
because you
them.
3d8 because you're using a second level slot plus 2d8 plus 2d6 plus basically 3d8 plus 2d6 plus 6. There, you're going for the overkill. You're going for the overkill lately. I'm just saying.
Could you repeat the last part?
Yeah, so 3d8 plus 2d6 plus 6.
So that's a 25.
Yeah, that answered real good. As it barrels out a roar, you leap up and you do a jump attack, like Legend of Sailor style. And you slice it in half. And what remains of the corpse is like falls to the acid and it's slowly disintegrating.
Oh,
Well done.
Right, so let's switch back to ruins of the Dwarven Hall. You're now back. You can relax. You look around, and you're pretty sure you couldn't find anything else here.
No treasures, no magic items.
Nah,
Just
The stop mix connected to the
and
baptism?
and Celeste has her wing, still has her wings and her standout, so she's gonna fly as many people out as she can.
yeah. You quickly get out, like, or go deeper, and outside of the stomach acid. You rather not. You wouldn't. Well, you would not want to go through this again, but you may have to.
Wait, so we're going further in?
Yes. Hopefully
Are we going? Oh, never mind.
Cole now pulls out a third mask and puts it over his mouth and nose because, oh god, the smell.
You are now in what appears to be the gland. I said, just like having to squeeze through in these. It would be the equivalent of a narrow hallway. You're probably sure it's probably. You don't want to think about it.
Yeah, luckily, hopefully the ceilings are high enough to where Celeste can at least, hover at least half a foot above the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, who took most damage from?
Beams. It's guts, it's carpeting.
I just want to ask, who took most damage from my friendly fire?
Cole and Baldur.
Well, I think we both took 9. Was it?
Yeah,
or
9 points.
Did I take
damage.
18?
9 points of damage because you succeed on your deck save. If you did not succeed, you would take an 18.
Thanks. Can I use the Lion Hands to heal them?
Yeah, you can heal
As
up
apology.
to you can heal up to 5 times your powder level, which is 15. What are you going to spend that 15 on?
Okay, who needs most healing right now?
I don't need no healing at all. I still have 2 temporary hit points up.
And Celeste is only missing missing 3 hit points. So
I guess that's me.
does anyone
And I'm down like
15.
yeah.
Oh, I think Cole's down more than Beotrim is.
No, I'm down 16.
Oh, 16. So you're at 75. Okay. You got a bit of a.
Well, I could go for Beotrim because of my friendly fire damage. Just as apology.
All right.
That's awesome.
Okay. How many hit points are we restoring? He has 54 hit points. So if you restore him to full health, that will spend about 11 hit points. That will spend about 11 points.
Gonna heal to 10 points.
10 hit points for Baldur. So you're at 64 hit points as you heal away the acid burns. Cole, will you accept? Do you accept his lay on hands of 5 hit points?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Most of the acid burns have like faded away. And you're
It's gonna take like 400 castings of prestidigitation to clean my stuff.
I was thinking something similar. Does anybody need new boots?
I need to make a. I need to go
My
to a
boots are
smithy.
fine.
Oh wait, I can cast mend.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what mending is for.
My boots are fine, thank you.
I was about to say I'm gonna have to go to the smithy to repair my armor after this mission. Yeah, acid sucks.
Yeah, yes, it does suck, but at least, but Celeste managed to save her shoes by taking wing.
I'm not even sure if I'm
Yeah,
wearing boots myself.
Yeah, I'm assuming that you're wearing boots because if you're barefooted, that would suck. This is not the Lord of the Rings.
No, but
You're a halfling, not a hobbit.
no. Ever since, or with 5th edition, halflings tend not to like shoes.
Oh, really?
Now, he is a city boy halfling, so he's probably wearing shoes.
So he's a cultured man.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So he dealt with the sick, the wounded, and same for people and animals. Let's just say it's better to step in horse crap when you've got shoes on.
That's true.
I think on that point alone, I probably wear shoes all the time. I think that's true.
We don't have to be a hairy-toed hobbit.
Oh no, he's definitely hairy toed.
I'm hairy toed, but I am a man of culture, absolutely, that avoid horse droppings. So
Dozens
Are you sure about that?
Dozens of translucent sacks hang on the slimy walls of this chamber. Small creatures move inside, bracing their extremities against the shrouds of thin skin. Fleshy cloud in the center of the room expands and retracts every other second, like a bellow. So yeah, you're basically in that one scene from Alien. Not look into the eggs.
I'm looking in the eggs.
I looked into the trap, Ray.
I'm gonna try to can I use investigation to kind of see if these are the corpses that were taken, or
Go ahead.
whatever the heck is in?
Nat 20 for a 31.
These parts
Nice.
are to morph to birth to being rebirth to these blorgs.
I'm gonna stab it.
It pops and you stab it and it pops out a dead blorg.
It better be dead, considering I'm doing like 2d6 plus 7 plus 3d6 plus 7. If it wasn't dead just from the sack being punctured, it's dead because I killed it with extreme prejudice.
So are blorgs
Yeah,
created by these things?
about that, you make a bit of a poor choice. I'm gonna have to calculate something. So 175 times 0.06.
Oh god, he's gonna get us killed.
And about 10 of these blorgs just like pop out of the pods, and they all attack you.
Good. I am
How's that
surrounded,
good?
which means I'm in a target-rich environment.
And it's a good thing Celeste still has an AoE spell up her sleeve. She can burn
I've
a
got
sorcery.
61 hit points.
Yeah,
She
it's gonna
can
be
burn a
waves of 5, like before. So
Yeah, so you can and she's got sorcery points, so she can careful spell meta magic. So
everybody roll initiative. One of them rolled a 5. The other rolled a dirty 20. Oof. 18.
My dice hates me for initiative because I got a 5 total.
I got a 16.
Okay, one of them rolled a. The other rolled a 7. Like I said, they'll be going in waves of 5. And
I guess it is better to take these out now instead of them popping open while we're further in and having our exit blocked.
Alrighty, so
I don't want to have to escape
True.
this thing through the colon.
Ew.
I mean, it's a real shitty way to leave.
I see what you did there.
Oh, you have.
In more ways than one.
Oh shit! That's right. I completely forgot. Thank you.
Oh no!
I
dear
completely forgot to
Lord.
change the class and stuff. So fighter,
Thank you.
Echo Knight.
Cole, I'm going to need you to stop reminding our dungeon master of dangers that he's prepared for us that he forgot about.
No, it's because I made some typos and stuff. It's like, whoops! I done a goof.
Oopsie
I
doopsie.
have had 2 of my characters killed because I've reminded the DM of something.
You're like that kid.
Yeah,
in
no,
class
this
that
gives
says,
me more
"Isn't there a
HP."
quiz today?
Okay, so Liam rolled a 12.
I remember once with one teacher I said that, and they went, "What?" And they're the one that panics, like, "What?" And as well as all the students that I said, "We're gonna have a quiz today," as a joke. After that, like, either way, we're having a quiz.
So I'm Baldur. What do you roll?
I rolled a 12 plus, what's my initiative? 6, so
18.
18. 18 for me.
Okay, so Kate, you're up.
Man, you must have like learned real quick how to dodge horses kicking you in the head.
Okay, so what's happening? Sorry, I was doing
Tennessee
something in the background.
sporks just like pop out like it was Christmas. Timely, given what?
I'm just chopping their heads off with my
What
longsword.
kind of Christmas are you experiencing?
Alright, and one of the rolled a natural 20, so 23.
Natural 20
Yeah, for
the first?
Yeah, for one of the blorks, which is total 23. I'll let you go first, Kate. I recommend you take that one out.
That is...
And a 6.
What up? 24 damage
Alrighty.
from one swing.
Alrighty, you take out one of them quickly enough. And that goes down to 9.
I'm gonna swing on to the next one.
Okay, roll your attack.
And 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
And 12 points of damage.
Okay, you take out the one that's going to go next. Yeah, you slice those 2 in half.
And that's my turn.
You ready then? Okay, Lorg, so who's up next? Baldur, you're up next.
I don't know the initiative for Cole and Colette.
I got a 16 on my
And
initiative.
Cole rolled a 5. It's not as lucky.
Alright.
Okay, I'm going to bop one on the head with a mace.
Pop it!
Hey, I rolled a
Whack it,
19. So that's a non-natural 20, a dirty 20, as I've heard it referred to.
Dirty 20, yes.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll damage.
It's a good turn, by the way. I like it. Damage is 5 plus 1, 6.
Yeah, you pop it on the head, and it's just like it looks dazed for a moment. It's like go back. It's like go to jail. Bonk.
If it's dazed, I'm going to stuff it back into one of the pods, and that's the rest of my turn.
Oh, you can use you can use a kick as an offhand attack. By the way, I'm gonna allow that. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay. 6 with base. I probably didn't hit.
Okay, 6 plus what?
What is it? A
3
strength?
plus 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
7.
Yeah, you try to kick it. Try to kick it, but
no. Remember, you also add your proficiency bonus, which right now is 3. So 10.
yeah. So it still misses. It still misses as it tries to as it just pushes back against your kick.
Okay, that works. I'm done.
All right, the battle arc. All 8 remaining of the battle arcs are going to see if they can one of the battle arcs is going to try to attack you, Cole.
Good. You mean Blorg?
Blorg.
calling them-
Yes, Blorg.
We will assimilate you. Assimilate you. That's the Borg. Oh.
Also known as the Crescent.
Lord
An
sounds more
11
focused,
misses.
so it's a
Yeah,
Borg.
an 11 misses. As it tries to like as it tries to claw you, but you just like kick up its swipe. Mercy,
No
who's
sell.
up next?
No sell.
Another one of these blorks will try to attack you, Cole. That calls on you, and it rolls a natural 1 and attacks one of his buddies that Baldur is attacking.
Vibe check. I just checked the.
And ooh, okay. So I rolled a 7 on its attack, and it's like swipes its buddy's head off. It's like looks hard in shock, looks at his head shocked, and just drops its jaw in disbelief. That ending it. So yeah, that ends his turn. Another one of the Blork's turn. 13 and a 7 is going to try to attack you, Cole.
They don't like Cole at all.
Oh, I did just basically go, hey baby, watch this. Dead.
And that's a 15 hit. Probably.
No.
No, it swipes at you and you just pick it off.
Basically, I decided to go, be a coat hanger to one of his siblings.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to try to cover myself and tries to swipe at you, but misses. Celeste, you're up.
All right. Forget AO. Forget
Oh,
AO.
no, they're all surrounding me.
I'm
now.
just gonna.
They're basically surrounding him now. They're basically surrounding Cole now. So I'm pretty sure he can take whatever.
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm finding one of these. I'm finding one of these blorgs, and I'm gonna lob a holy hand grenade, sacred flame.
Someone's seen that song from
Oh.
Monty Python.
Yes, the holy hand grenade of Antioch is one of the sacred relics Brother Maynard carries with him.
Alrighty. What do you?
But the target. Just pick a blorg. She's lobbing a holy hand grenade. It's got to make a dex save or take 2d8 radiant damage.
Natural 1. That means it's also gonna hit. It's also gonna hit a bunch of his other buddies. So, so roll double the damage and just gonna.
so while it panics, crashes, and it hits both of them.
Okay, that's 15. That's 15 radiant damage plus an extra 7 radiant damage because I still have radiant soul up. That's 20. So that's 22. That's 44 points of damage all day.
Woo!
I just nuked the blorg with a cantrip.
Not only that, but I
What
also take out
overkill.
two more blorgs.
I just nuked 3 blorgs with a single holy hand grenade.
And one of them gets hit by it. So that leaves it down to about 3. So 1, 2, 3. No, 6. No, 4. Sorry, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and it takes 3 points damage as this grenade-like object just explodes.
And
Goodbye, Cole.
Oh, it doesn't hit. No, it doesn't hit him. It's a targeted spell.
But since it's doing mass damage, I'm just gonna do it for simplicity's sake.
Yeah.
Because I really want to get this moving along.
Yeah.
Fair?
Or as the Monty Python, the Holy Grail God would say, get on with it.
Alrighty.
Yes, get on with it.
Would that be your turn? Would that be your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Liam, you're up.
Alright, because I lost my confidence in Edric Blast, I'm just gonna attack with this normal sword attack.
Alrighty, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Alright. I roll a natural 20.
BAM! There's no kill like overkill, right?
No.
Go ahead and roll damage. But actually, no, you don't need it. You just like splatter the fucker. I'm sorry for swearing, Nathan.
That's true, you're gonna roll a 1 on damage.
No, you don't have to worry about rolling 1 because if you roll, it's more than enough to kill the bastard.
All right.
Do you remember how critical hits work in Baldur's Gate? Where if you do enough damage to the critical hit, the enemy explodes into like a pile of horse bits.
Yeah, and the screen kind of shakes a little bit too, if I remember correctly.
Anyway, I rolled 13 on damage.
Yeah, bam! It explodes real good.
Chunky salsa.
Chunky salsa. It's like, whoa, wham! And you find yourself covered in blood.
My sword skills now betray me.
You find yourself covered in blorg. Not blood, blorg.
Yeah, we're
Lord Blood.
they're
Hey, that rhymes.
painting the wall. They're painting the walls with their ignorance.
And
I should end my turn.
that will be your turn. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
Just close shut down.
And the Blorgs will try to attack. 2 or more of the Blorgs will try to attack Cole again with the claws because they're fucking annoying.
Morik, Cole is not in the call anymore.
You
Just
tried to
so
say
you
that,
know.
did you? 15 misses as I try to swipe at you, but just like kick.
He may not be in the call, but
Oh no! Wasn't rolling nat 20. Is Cole can Cole hear me?
he's
No,
not even
he's
in the-
dropped out of the call like we said 7 times now.
I'm more like
Actually, I'm just gonna say that one of the creatures is just going to attack you, Baldur. And it rolled a 11 points of piercing damage. So yeah, 53.
Yeah.
And I would like you to roll a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage because it is a critical hit. As it
on my
swipes
next
claw at you,
attack-
and it digs in deep into your flesh.
What kind of saving throw did you say?
Constitution.
Constitution.
Man, I think that's the only thing I didn't have enhanced. All right, here we go. I rolled a natural 19. Where's my con? +4, 23 on my save.
Your body's able to like fight back through the poison as it retracts its claws from the side of your body.
So does that mean I'm still poisoned though? I just
No,
didn't.
you're not poisoned.
I'm not poisoned. Okay.
Hey, not poison you. Your body fought it off.
You know, I don't think I was taking these blorgs seriously enough. That was pretty gnarly.
Do you want me to check on
Oh, I just posted myself.
Alright, so I'm just gonna say
Hey, dumbass, get back online.
I'm just gonna say that Cole is just still struggling with these blorgs because he decided to be a dumbass about it and have it skip his turn. He'll do his turn once he's back. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's showing on the line just on the phone.
and one of the blorgs is going to attack him and misses. Okay, you're up. You did 34 points of... Holy shit, 34 points of damage, and that takes out one of the blorgs. Separated right through the head with one of their short swords. And I believe it's Baltrum's turn.
Is that same blorg that I bopped on the head earlier? Is he still up and around?
Nope.
I'll pick a new. Is it how many are left? Is there 2?
Yeah, 2.
Whatever one is harassing Cole, I'll bop it on the back of the head.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll an attack. Bob, Bob it. Twist it.
That's my first natural 20 of the day. There's a crit.
Nice.
But I'm not a huge melee damage dealer, so
Yeah,
even
it's basically roll your damage
two?
die and double it, and then add your strength modifier to it.
All right. I rolled a 5, so that's 10 plus 1, so 11 damage on my critical mace hit.
You know the execution scene in Doom Eternal where Doomslayer just bugs a demon's head so hard it's caved into.
He basically caves his neck right in. He bashes a zombie on the head so hard that it caves his neck right into its body cavity.
Just like that, yes. That's what you did.
I'll say that's for your friend being a jerk. Wait, was that the same one who bit me?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, I don't say that line. I say that's for you being a jerk. There you go. I'm done. That's my turn.
All right, Liam, you're up.
Already? Well, I'm gonna play safe and go with my sword attacking once more. I should roll 13 plus 9, so 22.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. Now for what damage? 14 damage.
Yeah, you killed it good. I see, slice it in half. And you managed to, as far as you can tell, you managed to get rid of anyone that's still active. Yeah, as far as you can tell, that's all the pods you've taken out. Because Cole decided to be like an idiot from Alien, decides to check out the pod.
Look at.
When he gets back, let's remind him to not look.
Okay. I'm back.
I gently punch Cole on his shoulder.
Okay,
I think I'm gonna gently punch him in the face.
Quick, just be sure. I just hope he's. You can talk among yourself. Yeah, you can talk among yourself to discuss what to plan next.
So, I haven't already seen any dead bodies. Just that Blord. Are we sure that the thing is here?
Oh,
because that's what we needed to do.
You have Divine Sense. You can cast. You're welcome to use the Divine Sense to get a sense of things.
Yeah, I should do that. I was just thinking about that. What should I do? Just roll a 20 normally?
No, you don't need to. And
just cast it.
Upon using your Divine Sense, you can immediately tell that there's an overwhelming fiendish presence that, as if it's a hollow spell, and when you're in this corpse, it is like overwhelming your senses.
Oh.
That's not good.
Oh, there.
That's
Yeah.
That's fine.
And Cole is deciding to take upon himself to get rid of the rest of the pods.
But I'm looking at Divine Sense. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover.
And the origin of this overwhelming sense is coming from the next. It's coming from the next room, deeper within.
All right, I'm gonna set my echo in front of us.
Okay, the echo waves to you, and
I can look through my echo into the room. As if it's my eyes and my ears.
You find your echo sees a gigantic heart that hangs in the center of the room. It's surrounded by thick blood vessels. With every beat, the mushy ground shakes, and blood rushes through the many veins and arteries.
Think I found the thing.
Red thingy moving toward green thingy. I think we're the green thingy.
Excellent reference. Can you give bonus experience for good references? I think that one deserves it.
We're using milestone, so no. And you
I mean, every pun he makes
Cole
is
says,
pretty
"I'll
much a
take care of
milestone
these.
for
I'll
his
take care of
brain.
these goddamn damned pods. Give me. I'll catch up to you. Hopefully."
So, do we want to attack that thing?
Is it
You
any
can-
job
you
to
can-
take it down?
You can go ahead and roll. And you hear someone calling out from inside the heart. "So you're here to stop me? To stop the resurrection of the Overlord?" This is me stuttering. The hair grief.
I think we need to stop this thing. You guys ready? Liam, Celeste, Beltram, you guys ready to kill this thing? And Cole?
I'm about half spent on my spells. Do we want to rest before we poke the bear?
How many spells have you spent?
I've spent one of my thirds. I've spent one of my firsts.
And you did the 2 face melters.
Yeah, and and Cole, you're done from popping open all the rest of the pods.
All right.
Actually, if we
we
didn't
cleaned her
rest
mess up.
last week,
Celeste has mostly been using cantrips, and as she did burn one first level spell slot on chromatic ore. But don't worry, she's a sorcerer. She's still got plenty of nukes left.
I've still got all my spells left.
I still got all my spells left.
now didn't we rest before we ran into the lich who gave us the assignment?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything that we've done since then. The melting faces.
Okay, I should be okay. I might run out of thirds, but I should be all right if we want to go ahead.
So, I just question. I only need a short rest for that warlock spell slot, right?
Yeah, that takes an hour.
I think we should short rest. We need our warlock to be fully loaded on those.
I haven't even burned any of my second level spell slots.
Yeah, you can go ahead and take a short rest, and
it'll also allow you to, spend a hit die to heal up a bit.
you can
Alright,
So
I
I
no longer have armor of Agathis.
I take it I'm also full health
And
again.
Celeste stops
Only lost
floating.
2 points.
You can go ahead and roll a hit
Yeah.
die. And I believe you can, and I think you can add your Constitution modifier to it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so go ahead and spend one healing hit die to regain your hit points. As you just take a breather, and your echo just like books it back to you, and tells the party what happened. The echo describes a gigantic heart that hangs in the center of the room, suspended by thick blood vessels. Every beat the mushy ground shakes, blood rushes through the many veins, and it hears what sounds like a woman inside this heart.
Well, I'm a.
I think then what we need to do is get the M920 cane.
And the what now?
My familiar is keeping an eye on the whole heart thing.
The M920
Yeah,
from Mass Effect.
and whoever is inside is trying to cast a cantrip on it. Basically, hurling field cantrips. It's annoyed. She's annoyed.
We're not casting anything at them.
Now, there's someone inside that is.
Casting what appears to be a sacred flame.
That's no good. Cast. Someone is pissing it off.
Yeah, it appears
Casting
that
Sacred Flame, because that's
The person inside of it.
Do we know this person?
you recognize the voice as being Cadwin. You cross paths with her, and it seems like she's trying to resurrect this Overlord, Hargreave.
We might want to stop this.
Wait, As in, when you say overlord, as in a Raja?
As in one of the overlords of the demon wastes.
Well, there's a few in the demon wastes.
Okay, what's that?
As Cole starts pulling out
What's that doing?
out of his pocket the expanding conspiracy theory board with all the strings and stuff.
Oh,
Looks like they all phase through each other.
Alright, so
So I've got a 76% certainty that there's a Raja or Overlord inside the Sacred Flame, and I'm pretty sure that there's.
And you're like this like one guy with the meme where he's just like waving his hands around trying to buy like the conspiracy witchery, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
talking
that
about
crazy.
Yeah, you talk about Charlie Day from that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's more like I Silva. Is
So
the
how many
name
hit points
Pete
has
Silva
each of you?
on this thing anywhere?
So how many hit points has each of you regained since you're doing on a short rest?
11.
Shorter.
11. So you're at 91 hit points, full hit points.
Actually, I got a quick question. So I'm not as familiar with with short rests.
So you roll your hit die, and you add your Constitution modifier to it.
Do I have spells that I'll regain before a short rest? Because I can do some healing and then get all that back.
Let
from the short
me
rest.
check your cleric's ability. So you can use
cleric.
your Challenge Divinity to refuel your spells. And let me look at Challenge Divinity. So
Yep. So you can do Challenge Divinity before the rest.
and harness or divine power to regain your spell slots.
Oh, okay. I think I'm golden then.
I can do that by burning, and I can regain spell slots by burning sorcery
and
points.
it says twice between rests. It did not say short or long rest.
It says short or long.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it says so. It's right there. You regain, and you can use up Heart's Divine Power to regain your spell slots. Basically, how many spell slots have you expended? So you can use Channel Divinity, twice. How many spell slots have you expended again?
It depends if we're counting the battle from last week, the end of last week, where we fought.
you took
Yeah, so the battles from last week after the Lich. So between
Yeah, so we basically took a long rest between those two events. So it was over the course of this job. So with the Lich. So did you spend three spell slots or 2?
I did 3.
So he has done
With the Aura of Life, Aura of Purity, sorry. I did...
the Aura Purity is part of your race, so that's not part of your spell slots.
Oh, never mind. Okay, see, I still have a lot to learn. I just need your guys' direction on some of this stuff.
No problem. So basically, you got your spell slots back. And
so what? Yeah, he did a 3rd level cure, and whatever the face melter spell is.
I got it on my key point.
Guardian of Faith. Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I'm not getting back after a short rest is
you're not getting
ring
back that
orbit.
Guardian of Faith. Just your first level.
Yeah, he cast that twice.
It says, okay, proficiency bonus rounded up. So yes, you're right. Half your proficiency bonus rounded up. So
2.
no higher than half your proficiency bonus. So
Okay,
Sorry this is taking so long, everybody. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm full on spells or if I'm down a couple.
You're still down a couple.
I think you're down a couple because it's only your short rest.
Yeah, and
so you're out of
For the long rest, you get everything back. If you're a warlock or a wizard, you can spend an hour and get some spells back as a wizard, or warlock, they just get their spells back because they have only 2 or 3 spells depending on their level.
Right on.
Did you cast a 2nd level cure or a 3rd level?
I blew a 3rd level in that one.
Okay, so Yeah, so you got no more 4th level spells, and technically you shouldn't have cast that second
3rd level.
Guardian. No,
But we had a
You
rest
cast the-
between the first Guardian and then the battle with the Necromancers.
Yes.
oh, we did. Okay, never mind then. So yeah, 7th level. You still have 2 3rd level slots, 3 2nd level slots, 4 1st level slots.
So you're mostly good.
So your channel divinity, you didn't use any 1st or 2nd level slots, right?
Correct.
So instead, you can cast some 1st or 2nd level spells that you have, and then do your channel divinity. So what 2nd level spells do you have?
Have you picked any spells that you have prepared?
No, I've been kind of winging it. Sorry, guys.
That's fine. So when
let's
you
start doing that
prepare
better.
your so you chose your spells out from your life domain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have prepared 6. You prepared 6 spells from that, including from that spell list. So 7 plus 5. That would be, you have 6 more spells to prepare.
No, his life domain. His life domain spells are added to the ones prepared. He always has those prepared.
Oh, so you have
then,
15 spells total. That's okay. That's good to know.
So let's see level. Let's look at the 2nd level spells he would be likely to have.
So
First-
I'm anticipating a big battle, and if we do it now, I can still do some healing and some protection work, but I won't be able to drop a nuke, and I don't think I can.
You can cast aid on everyone.
my best stuff. Yeah, I can cast aid on people.
So,
Wait, is that a cantrip?
so
No, that's not. That's not.
no, that's a 2nd level. It's a 2nd level spell, and if he can do 2 channel divinities, then he can cast aid on everyone. It lasts for 8 hours. We would all have 5 temporary hit points. And then use up his 2 channels of
Not
it.
5 temporary. 5 additional hit points.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So our hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5. You're right.
And that's how temporary hit points work.
No. Temporary hit
These
points.
last for 8 hours.
So this increases our hit point maximum. This isn't basically a barrier of 5 hit points. This is a
Actual
Max
5
hit
hit
points
points
go up
for
by
8 hours.
Yeah.
Not a barrier of temporary. Okay, gotcha.
Alright, I can write down a list of suggested spells. So first,
Well, we're spending a lot of time on
And
on this stuff for me. I think we should maybe just continue with the story, and you guys can help me make some decisions while we're in
that
battle or
would be
whatever.
a problem. Hold person. I suggest hold person.
I was gonna say that Celeste has most of her nukes, but after the short rest, the only thing she isn't getting is Radiant Soul, because that refreshes on a long rest.
Do you have bless? Yes, you do. You already have bless. So, ooh, command sounds nice.
command. But you're a medic. Yeah, and sometimes I have really unruly patients.
Does that make sense?
You will sit down, you will shut up, and you will take your medicine.
Nice.
That's kind of timely, don't you think? Detect evil and good.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like something that I'm not. Anyway, let's focus on that later.
Okay.
But prayer of healing. So just a quick look. Let's do prayer of how many? Yeah, prayer of healing for 2nd level.
You don't have to account for healing for me. I'm fine. I'm full HP.
Everybody's pretty
And
much
I have my own means of healing.
Yeah, everybody's pretty much full hit points, and Celeste has Cure Wounds on her spell list because Divine Soul sorcerers can learn Divine Soul sorcerers can learn cleric spells, and she also has healing hands from being a protector Asimar.
Yeah,
Take,
so I think
second
the
win.
list of us that can't cast a healing spell is a lot shorter than those of us that can.
Yeah, we've all got a little healing. As a treat.
I mean, at this point, I'm swapping out my cure spell for something else. Because artificer spells are awesome!
Motivational speech.
I don't need
for
no
a
stuff to destroy things.
Ooh, mass healing word. That's actually pretty useful, but
Protection from energy.
where's that?
I actually have
That would be
written
right under
down.
motivational speech.
Protection from energy.
Yeah, that gives you a resistance to a damage type of your choice.
Maybe I'll just do a protection from energy on our frontline fighters.
That will be Cole and Liam and Kate.
Yeah, you'd only be able to do it with one person.
Yeah, one at a time, but still.
Ooh,
Because it's
Spirit-
concentration.
You already have Spirit Guardian, so Glyph of Warding. So yeah, you can write down in notes that says I have prepared explosive runes this morning.
Here's my business card. It just says I've prepared explosive. God damn it! Order of the Stick is a great comic. I highly recommend it.
Oh, I haven't read Order of the Stick in years, but
It's
Yeah,
on its
yeah, you're
last
not wrong.
arc. It's on its last arc.
best party leader of all time, Roy Greenhilt, a fighter from a family of wizards.
Who has knowledge, architecture, and engineering, which he used like 6 times, surprisingly. Why'd you put points into knowledge skills? Because I can collapse this building on you. That's why.
Would you want enhanced ability instead of say spiritual weapon or hold person?
I would rather have
Yeah,
enhanced ability than those, yeah. Well, hold person's kind of good.
So
But you know what?
Oh,
Yeah, hold
spiritual weapon with
Old person's great because it's basically, hey, see that guy? He can't do anything. Mess him up.
Oh, yeah,
And then
you auto crit on anyone who's
Oh,
under
you
the
have
effect of
advantage.
old person.
You advantage,
You
but
have advantage.
yeah, no auto crits. So
And
and
then,
that means easy pickings for a rogue. Which is what happened to that one rare target in my session with Bree and the others.
Okay, let's do hold person.
basically,
Yeah, hope
that meme of Abaccio joining in where he's sipping the wine or whatever it is, and then joining in and everyone. Yeah,
joining Panacata Fugo, Guido Mista, and Narancha Gurga and eating the crap out of some poor dope.
yeah. So that's basically what happens when you cast hold person. You got the person casting it who's not beating them up for the first round. Everyone beats them up, and then round 2 comes. The caster can then join.
healing word is
Oh, wow.
surprisingly not part of
Paralyzed
We
creature incapacitated and can't rumors. Ah, yeah, you're right. Attack roll. Oh, any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Told you there was an that paralyzed creatures.
Okay, you're right. That's my fault. Guiding bolt is always a useful one, so
Let's
Guiding bolt and
Guiding bolt is-
whole
Guiding
person.
bolt is something Celeste has on her spell list because, again, Divine Soul Sorcerer.
so you have 10 spells prepared aside from your domain spells. How's that sound?
I like it.
Guiding Bolt. It's one of the most powerful first level spells you can use because it's just
Yeah. In your first session with
46
Lemon
yeah,
Cora,
46 radiant. 46
Guiding
radiant damage, and all following attacks on the next turn have advantage.
Yeah.
No, not all of them. Just the next one.
The first
Yeah, like I said,
attack on it afterwards.
when Levikora
It's a
killed.
first level spell that does 4d6.
So when Levikora killed someone with the guiding bolt, I was under the assumption that it does double the damage because they're in a manifest zone of Iriam, the plane of positive energy.
Yeah. And she crit.
Yes, causing that poor side to explode.
She did 16 d6
Vaporize.
points of damage.
And it was like, ah. Kate turns to Liam to quietly play handclap with their echo in full play, but it's mythical, so it makes no sound. While Liam quietly listens to spellcasters make a planetary attack, while all he thinks is how to stab things or blast things.
Speaking of clapping while in full plate, so you know the cha-cha slide or the slide move? Yeah. So somebody did that in full plate. Someone did that in full plate, and it's really like done. Everybody, clap your hands! Clank, 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 clank.
Alrighty, so
And then it's like, and the dude was drunk too, and he's like, "Now get real low," and he gets low, and he falls over, and he's like, "I can't get up. I'm too drunk. I can't get up." And his wife's like, "I told you not to drink before putting on your armor and doing this."
calm emotion. How does calm emotion sound? It's a second level spell.
Well, we're just gonna focus on what's useful for the boss fight.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, so bind traps.
Is not gonna be useful when we've got me, who's got a plus 11 to investigation, and doesn't burn up spell slots to do so.
Spiritual weapon. That means you can like imagine like whacking someone with a giant candy cane.
Yeah, you summon a weapon and you get to choose what it looks like. I've had people do a stuffed bunny on a pogo stick.
And it's an enhanced, right? It's magically enhanced, so it's +1 or something.
The spirit. Well, yeah. Let me.
It's just force damage equal to d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. And yes, I would say that it is a magical weapon.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even technically. It's not even a weapon.
You guys pick.
Spiritual weapon, second level evocation, casting time 1 bonus action, range 60 feet. Components verbal and somatic, duration 1 minute. You create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration or until you cast the spell again. When you cast the spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier.
Oh, how does silence sound?
Silence is always awesome.
As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet, repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet of it. The weapon can take whatever form you choose. Clerics of deities who are associated with a particular weapon, as St. Cuthbert is known for his mace and Thor for his hammer, make this spell's effect resemble that weapon. Oh, and if you cast this spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, the damage increases by 1d8 for every 2 spell slots above 2nd.
This is one example of being able to do multiple spell attacks per round, because this is a bonus action to go smack it. It's a spell you've already cast, so you could double team some poor dude with your spiritual weapon and your mace.
Alrighty, so command, first level command, Bane, Healing Word, Guiding Bolt, second, Aid, Hope Person, Enhance Ability, Prayer of Healing, Spiritual Weapon, and Silence, and 3rd level, Speak with Dead, and Protection from Energy.
Yeah, Celeste has Guiding Bolt as a little bit of a Kamehameha.
Bridge Blast, Longbow, and Sword. Oh, and axes. If anybody needs an axe, I got 2 battle axes.
I've got a magical
I don't know why I have them. I just have them.
Life Transference. Wow.
Oh yeah. That's necromantic healing, where you deal a decent amount of damage to yourself and heal someone for twice that.
Oh, it's a pretty cool spell.
Yeah.
So, Kate just stands at the door opening, just watching them talk about spells and watching the heart beating. She's getting impatient.
I like that list, Connor. Let's run with it and let's move on to the
Alrighty.
adventure.
I'll send you the
Silence is going to be really useful for the caster in the heart.
I don't care if I'm blind, I'm still hit it.
Alrighty. And you hear this cat winner says, Baldur, so you finally come to stop me?
Sorry, do we know each other?
Oh, the bad guy's talking, I shoot it.
Roll initiative.
Yeah, I'm running up to it and sliding over to the other side, so anybody that goes with me can flank, as well as my Echo running next to me to the other side.
Alright, so everybody roll initiative.
Oh yeah, so that's one thing that this party does. We don't let the bad guys
20
talk.
or dirty 20?
Not sure 20. I have no.
Finally, I rolled high on initiative, 22.
The big bad guy, the bad guy at this module rolled a 15. And what is her name? Cadwin. Cadwin rolled a 15 on the initiative. So natural 20. So Liam, your dexterity is
11, so no bonus.
You get a 21 total, I believe.
so Kate got a 21 total.
No, Kate got 17 total.
Okay, so
The last.
And I got a 9.
Cadwin is the bad guy. So
Celeste, what's your fucking initiative?
let's connect it again. Great.
My initiative is.
Beatram, what did you roll?
Bertram rolled a 9. Got a 9 for initiative. I rolled a 4.
Clean up crew.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but when you're the healer, that's fine.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, you don't want to be the first of the party if you're the janitor.
Well, unless we were all running for our lives, I don't want to be the guy at the end. So 9 doesn't always work.
Yeah, so life transference, 3rd level necromancy spell. You deal 4d8 necrotic damage to yourself, and they heal. And they heal for twice that. That's not bad.
Yeah, if you have a lot of hit points and you don't mind hurting yourself. Plus, I would.
Yeah, but if you've got a lot of hit points, classes that can cast this: cleric and wizard.
Wizard.
So lot of hit points versus classes that can cast this. Those are two mutually exclusive things.
Alrighty, I'm just gonna say that you go first, Cole.
Sweet. All right, so I'm running up to it and I shoot it twice.
Go ahead and make your attack twice.
All right. Really, it's just one attack. I'm just.
I thought extra attack.
No. I'm casting the blood bolt.
Okay.
But because it's the 2D thing, just fluff/flavor wise, I'm just going bam bam as I basically flick out this elegant looking pistol thing. All right. That is a nat 20.
Oh!
I'm damaging myself to make these blood bullets instead of just force bullets. Where's my d10s? There's my d10s. So, oops. Just 1d6, not 2. That is 44 points of damage.
That's to the heart.
Yep.
Yeah, you managed to like
That's
strike.
that's post crit, by the way.
Yeah, so your bolt pierces through the heart and
Shot through the heart.
And not to lane.
I think I already posted it. I think I posted it last time, but I'm gonna post it again.
Yeah, when Kate did it with a crit.
Alrighty, so
First you got a crit elder class.
and blood came spurting out of the heart, and you're covered in it.
So, there's the heart, and somebody's stuck inside it, right?
Yes.
Were they hit by my spell?
No.
No. It dissipates once it hits something. that would be mean.
What I want to know is the heart floating in middle of here, or is it connected to the room?
It's a heart, so yes.
So there are blood
it's
vessels
close
connected
to the
to
middle
the
of the
room.
room, so yes.
There are blood vessels connected to the room. Keep it up.
Just the veins, just the veins, so you can like flank behind it.
You guys know what I'm gonna do.
Posting it again.
I'm a sever some archery.
Okay, so how much damage have you rolled?
I did 22 and then crit for 44.
I was asking Kate.
Oh no,
yeah,
it's not my turn yet.
It's my turn.
Yes, that's right. Liam, you're up.
Alright. Gonna go Divine Smite again with the Warlock spell.
3d8 plus 2d6 plus 6. This will be fun.
So there's a really mean thing you can do as a second level paladin, lots leveled.
Yeah, third level paladin, fourth level warlock.
No. Just second level paladin, like almost the rest. For a 20th level character, almost all the rest is warlock.
Yeah.
Wait, no, is it warlock? I can't. But basically, you're constantly doing 9th level smites over and over and over, and then you do a short rest and you get them back.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not doing that enough.
it's really nice.
Alright, so go ahead and roll your
Alright.
attack.
I rolled 18 plus 9, so that's 27.
That hits. 3d8 plus 2d6 plus 6. This is gonna be fun.
Right. Alright. I roll 27 damage.
Yeah, So how would you describe your Defiant Smite, by the way?
A very shiny sword. He's smashing hard on that heart. Smashing, not trusting, smashing. All that magic is getting smashed.
Yeah, so I'm gonna smash it.
Yeah.
Your sword shines. Your sword shines, and you
That's the god, man.
And strike down into the heart of darkness.
And you hear the holy angelic choir go.
Smashing.
Smashing con.
Gotta stay on that.
Smashing.
Alrighty.
I'm trying to find that TikTok thing where he's talking about, like, what was it?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Cadwin will not be participating in the fight because the heart will be taking her place. So yeah, and the heart is going to use its demonic grip, which is the grasping vine spell. So
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I'm essentially finished my turn, so.
yeah, so yes, is that your turn?
Yes.
And it's going, and I would like
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Had AFK for a bit.
Yeah. So let's roll initiative.
Yeah. You missed me doing 44 points of damage.
On my 27.
I got a 19 on that roll.
Total 19. Okay, that's good.
Yep.
Your next
Then
time.
it's your turn now.
All right, so the heart is going to use its grasping vine spell on Liam. So Liam, roll dexterity save.
So that's a normal 20 roll.
Basically,
I
yeah.
rolled 17. I rolled 17.
Alrighty, so let me take a look. Yeah, you managed to you managed to get able to avoid the vines quickly enough.
So no damage.
No damage. It doesn't do damage. It just
Oh! I managed to dodge something with my shit dexterity.
Oh, and by the way, it's also going to cause a fear of darkness among the most of you. So, Beltram, Huntress, and Celeste, you're in complete darkness.
I don't fucking care. I have blind sight.
Wait, are we
And-
talking magical darkness or
Yes.
regular darkness?
Magic darkness.
Then most of us can't see then.
I have
only the one-
blind sight.
Yeah, you are in complete darkness. So, yeah, most of you are in complete magical darkness.
That makes me
Yeah.
confused because I dodged the attack and I'm like, wait,
No, this
what
is
happened?
you attacked before the darkness came.
Ah,
Now you're in a literal.
Dark vision.
Does dark vision count?
Dark vision cannot pierce magical darkness.
Only Devil's Sight. Devil's Sight, True Sight, and Blind Sight. Those are the only three that can see in magical darkness. Where Blind Sight is a little confusing, it's
Yeah.
like the Daredevil vision.
And so yeah, the darkness is actually obscures the heart. So only Cole and Liam cannot see. And that will be it. That will be her turn, basically. So let's see who.
Can't see with their dumb human eyes. Or dumb changeling eyes, as the case may be.
Hey, my eyes aren't quite human.
Let's see who.
Hey, Celeste. I can still see them with my blind sight.
Kate, you're up.
Alright, I still know where the thing is from my blind sight. I'm gonna take
Wait,
two
shouldn't-
swipes at it.
Okay,
Should
go ahead
Celeste
and
be
roll
next?
with. Would you roll with disadvantage or still roll?
Yeah,
regular?
it's Celeste's turn.
Oh yeah, Celeste, you're up. I'm sorry, Celeste.
Yeah.
You're up. You
That's
see,
alright.
you see the heart now leads in darkness. Now it's a literal heart in darkness.
Thank you, Joseph Conrad. I'm still gonna blast it with a Kamehameha in the form of a guiding bolt.
Go ahead and roll with disadvantage.
Yeah. Dark vision. Yeah, it's not. It's not magical.
Yeah, it only
I-
works against non-magical darkness. So
That's okay. I still have a +8 spell attack bonus. So
Frost.
the lowest I got on that. The lowest I got on the D20 roll was a 13. So does a 21 hit?
21 definitely hits.
All right, and that's going to be 4d6 radiant, and the next attack before the beginning of my next turn has advantage.
Nice.
And let's see,
That gives me a natural 20.
12, 17, 12, 17. That's a 19 points of damage all day.
19 points of damage. Nice. Yeah, and you hear something breathing inside that darkness. You're pretty sure you got it.
Alright, so now it's my turn, right?
Yes.
So with advantage, I first rolled a 14. Now I rolled a 20, so that's automatic crit.
Yeah, if it's a natural 20, that hits.
That's a natural
Wait,
20.
wait.
Disadvantage. Yeah,
Is
disadvantage.
this your blind sight character? Is the blindside character?
No, ask blindside, so I can still hit it.
Yeah, so
They both hit.
so
They
he
both
still
hit.
gets advantage.
They both hit since they,
No, that's with advantage because of guiding light or guiding whatever the.
yeah, guiding bolt. Yes, that's
Yeah,
true.
Guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt, so my first
I
attack.
painted I
One
painted
from
the
a
target for
14.
you.
Yeah, and you see like a faint outline of the heart.
Yeah. Well, I have my eyes closed because a divine force sends me into the right direction. Then let me add the necrotic from the 1d4. Nice.
Trying to find the video where he's talking about.
6, 16. 24 points of damage off the first hit, and they need to make a 15 constitution save. Norik,
Yes.
make a constitution save, 15 or higher.
For Cadwin.
You, the
Yeah.
DM.
Alrighty. Cadwin rolled a 9 plus. That's a 10.
They do not shake off the wounding. So the next turn, when I hit them again with my sword, they take an extra 1d4 damage
Alright,
at
so
the
how much
start of
damage
their
has the heart taken?
turn. They have taken 24, and so I have to take my second attack with my sword.
Alrighty, so yeah, you stab it and blood came and the heart bleeds as blood came pouring down your arm.
25 to hit,
That's it. That's a hit.
and that's 8 extra damage.
My gosh, can you imagine if you were a
Alright.
fighter?
Yeah, you stab it. You stab
Fighter
it,
rogue.
and you start to find yourself covered in blood. Ew.
And my echo is also gonna take an extra hit with Unleashed Carnation.
I think you're going to take one. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, so if that's a
That's 21 to hit.
that's a 21 to
Does
hit.
the Echo have blind sight too?
It's an extension of me. So I assume so. That is an extra 9 points of damage.
Yeah. You and your ex just like stab, 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 stab. you're being
And I didn't even take action surge. That's my turn.
No, it doesn't have blind sight, but since you
I
can
would know
see-
where to hit it.
Yeah, basically, it's your it doesn't have any autonomy.
It isn't an own creature. It's just an extension of me. A magical
Yeah, so-
extension.
Yeah, so that would be your turn?
So yeah,
That would be my turn.
Yeah, Cadwin is going to cast Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action, and she's going to whack Cole upside the head.
Why always Cole?
I don't know.
Hank-
Maybe because
You really
I
wanna
shot
kill
it
Cole.
straight through.
Yeah,
I've also got
you
more
did
hit
the most
points
amount of
than
damage,
God.
and she sees you as the biggest threat right now, so...
Did he? Because,
Yes.
yeah, I did 41 points.
24 points of damage with a pea shooter.
I did 41 points
Okay, so the priest
with
does...
just a single sword.
Okay, that's an 18 hit.
No.
It doesn't?
Oh, shield.
Okay, you're gonna use your shield as a reaction? Okay. This apparition of a giant blade first strike at you, but you turn around and you summon an apparition of a shield, deflecting it.
Backhand!
Defend! Please!
And that ends the turn.
Actually, no. It wouldn't make sense for me to do that because I can't see. I'll take the hit.
Okay. You take that and you take yeah, that makes sense. So,
Make this
so
save with
does-
disadvantage, I'd say.
And she is going oh yeah, you're right. Oh, okay, that definitely hits. That's a 24.
Yeah.
And she's going to use the 3rd level slot for Sacred Flame. Not Sacred Flame, Sacred Spiritual Weapon. So
Do it.
Not the pogo stick of doom.
Kill him.
Yes.
Kill him. You've been trying the whole fucking session. And he's still alive. Come on, man.
Dude. Okay, when fighting a 20-foot tall
5, 13.
Fort Titan with a chainsaw and it had a 9-tails made out of just like industrial chains.
So yeah, you take 22 points of slashing force damage as you find yourself like
I now know the direction to smack that thing.
But 20 points of damage. So
I lost me a lady that knows how to smack.
68. You're at 68 hit points right now, Cole. Ouch.
At 65.
65. Okay.
Because of the blood bullet.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So, yeah, that really hurt. And that ends your turn. Beltram, I believe it's your turn.
Okay, is it still magically dark?
Yes.
Yep.
Does magical light, does the spell light work in magical darkness?
No, it does
Yes.
not dissipate it.
What?
Does it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, light dissipates
It
darkness.
does? Oh.
Darkness dissipates light.
I thought it didn't dissipate the darkness spell. Sorry, my bad.
I'll check.
Is it area of effect? Like, is the darkness the whole room, but light would be like a radius? Or
Well, so let's
We're
technically
both
attack
a
the
radius
darkness.
something?
Darkness.
Because if I can dispel the darkness, I'll do that. But even if it's helpful to just have a big,
Yeah,
a source
so
of light
since
somewhere.
let's use guiding bolt, that cancels out the disadvantage for darkness.
Yeah, the light spell does not dissipate magical darkness. However, the daylight spell would.
shoot, I don't think I have that.
Yeah.
One. I had dispel magic on my last list, but not on the. I don't think it's on the new one that you guys
You
made.
can
for
go
me.
ahead and replace dispel magic with say, you replace one dispel with dispel magic. Let's say spiritual weapon. Like you can get crossfire spiritual weapon with that dispel magic. You can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, let's. Thank you. I appreciate
That
that.
would make more sense anyway because we know that this is a caster, and you would have
Yes.
prepared for a caster.
Correct. So if you guys are agreeable, I'll do a dispel magic, and I'll attempt to get rid of this.
you can cast at 3rd level. So
Okay, let's do that. Is it my wisdom against theirs, or how does it work?
ability check. Use your spellcasting ability. So wisdom.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
If it's 2nd or 3rd level, the same level as the spell as it was cast, I believe.
So
It just dispels
So
it.
you're basically able to get rid of the darkness.
Okay, let's do it.
It's an automatic success if it's the same spell level or higher
No, it's a
than
2nd
the
level spell.
spell level. Yeah. If it costs the 3rd level, it'll dispel it automatically.
Yeah, it's the darkness is dispelled automatically if he does it. Go ahead.
Okay, let's do it.
Alrighty, you mutter a few words, and the darkness dissipates from around the heart.
Oh, hey, I can see. Oh, wait, I already cooked.
There you go.
Call
Let-
from
let
the
me be lighter
powers
rather than
on high. All the darkness will go bye-bye.
And will that be your turn?
My turn. Yep.
Oh, alrighty then. Cole, you're up.
Oh, wow.
Is there enough of an opening in the heart at this point for me to just beat
No.
the ever-loving crap out of this person?
No, not yet. You need to kill
That
the
is
heart.
not true because I am Kool-Aid Man.
Careful the
incarnate.
arteries, let them suffer in the fucking blood.
Blood for the blood god!
Exactly.
Can I Kool-Aid
I
Man
might
through
just
this?
go fucking warlock after this.
Can I Kool-Aid Man through this?
Go ahead and roll that athletics check.
Can I have advantage for going through the place that
maybe a con check would be more appropriate.
And you're flanking with me.
Yes. Go right ahead.
I was gonna
My echo grips onto it so you can smash through it easier.
24.
Oh yeah,
At 20.
you basically destroy the heart with all of your might. and the heart starts to burst, and
That red Kool-Aid.
and you're not completely drenched in blood as Cadwyn just falls down face down on the floor for a brief second, like she has rosy skin.
She's on the floor. We all know what that means. I pull out rope and sit on her.
Red brown curly hair, and before she quickly stands up.
How do we know what she looks like? She should be.
She can't stand up yet. It's not her turn.
No. Oh yeah. She's she's now prone.
She fell to the ground. She's prone till the start of her turn, where she has to use half the movement to get up.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna sit
Follow
on her.
your own rules, man.
That's a fair point. Oof. She's face on the ground.
So, 300 some odd pounds of muscle, anger, and gear.
Cole, you thinking what I'm thinking?
Would that be your turn, Cole?
Yeah,
Yeah.
movement and action to burst through it, and she fell over, so I just sat on her.
Hey Cole, are you thinking what I'm
no,
thinking?
I don't think,
we can do it
I
with
don't
the
think
listeners
you're
now.
able to sit on her in time. That'll be your turn. That counts as part of the movement and action. So, Liam, you're up.
How big is this heart?
I'm gonna say the heart. I'm taking a look at the map. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 1, 2, 3, 25 by 10 feet.
Okay, so I would have gone through. Let's see, the wall would have definitely been difficult terrain. So I would have used up 20 feet. So because I was already next.
Difficult terrain.
So I have 10 feet left, and if standing up is 10 feet, then sitting on someone should be 10 feet.
She rolled a 17 plus.
Yeah, definitely like a dex save to not be sat on.
Yeah.
She
17.
can roll out of the way soon enough.
She rolled a 17.
Versus my I rolled a 1.
You would have disadvantage at that, since she's right at my feet as well. And right at my echo feet, since we're both.
I rolled a 1, and so
Yeah, she
I
rolled a
pushed
17.
through and it fell over myself.
Is that? Whoa!
So I'm prone.
You said it. You said
Oh yes! With oof!
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you slipped. Oof. And you're now considered prone.
Alright. Liam, on your turn, please go stand next to me so we have advantage, both of us. Cole is a massive idiot.
Hey, I gave whoever's on the same side of the heart as me an opening.
And that will be Liam.
Shot through the heart!
Is she still on the floor?
Yeah, she's still on the
Yeah,
floor.
she's prone on the floor.
Go ahead and roll your
Any-
attack with advantage.
Just want to check, is it possible to intimidate her to surrender because it's a embarrassing position?
You can try.
It's gonna be a really high DC, but I'll help you out with that.
I want you to know, this is coming from my heart to yours.
You got advantage. If that's possible, because I'm proficient with intimidation. Just
okay.
it's out of her fucking face.
I roll 11 plus 8, so 19 for intimidation. I just shout,
She growls
surrender
and-
now.
She growls and she says, not to you.
Do you know
Ah.
Liam,
you can.
Just stand right there on the other side of her. I know a pretty decent way to end this.
Alrighty, Liam,
And
go ahead and you can make your attack if you want.
cracks her knuckles.
Alright, that's your funeral.
The whole I mean.
I use Eldritch Blast.
You realize that's a ranged attack, and prone creatures have a advantage on that, right?
You're
I did
smart
not-
to hit her with a blade.
Alright,
You
I
have
did not
advantage
realize
right away.
that.
You advantage with melee attacks.
Yeah,
Okay,
but he'd have to try to get through
I'm
the
just
heart.
I'm gonna stab her. Then.
Yeah, and you notice that she has some green on her finger, and she tries to like mutter something as flame builds up. Go ahead and roll your attack with advantage.
All right, my biggest
actually
roll is 12 plus 9, so 23.
That's a hit.
So
Pump a
23.
smite in there.
That's a 23 hit. Yes.
Pump a smite in there.
12 damage.
Pump a smite in there.
Yeah. Go ahead. You can use might.
All right, yeah, just a
Sacrifice
normal
one spell level of one spell slot to do a 1d8 extra.
Yeah. So 2d8
So it's
actually.
two-
2d8 extra level 1 slot. 3d8 with a level 2.
We're gonna go with 1. So 2d8s.
Go ahead.
11.
11, so 23 points of damage total. Your sword slides as you like stab her on the back, poof, and a burst of this sickly looking light burst. As she she reaches out, still muttering her spell from her her rain. For how many points of damage? So 23. So yeah, she's still
He's not doing
breathing
too good.
barely. So would that be your turn?
I'm gonna ask her one more time. Are you sure you don't want to surrender?
She's still smuttering her spell, ignoring you.
All right, that's
I
my
know how to
turn.
make a simple end to
So
this.
Celeste,
Celeste, do
you're
your
up.
thing.
Celeste, you're up.
All right, Celeste is up. Celeste is up. Our opponent, our boss lady is just about down for the count. You know what the heck with.
If
No,
you
what the
don't
heck
let
with it. I'm
her,
gonna try.
I will.
I'm gonna taser. I'm gonna taser, bro. I'm gonna walk up and use shocking grasp.
Oh, by the way, Liam, I would like you to roll either an Arcana check or Insight check.
On the fucking spell she is casting.
Yes, it's spell.
Okay,
Yeah.
uh,
Or
Then
spell.
can I roll one too? Because
Yes.
I have Arcana proficiency.
Yes.
24. And I rolled the natural 20.
You recognize that she's going to cast Fire Strike on herself.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I also
Yeah,
rolled the
yeah,
16 on the
Except
inside, so
as a
21.
22. Except as a 22 on that melee spell attack hit,
Okay, what are you casting? Yes.
a shocking grasp. I'm gonna taser, bro.
Liam, you recognize that she not only is not only is she casting a spell, but she's also going to take you with her with a flame strike.
And that's
Yeah,
again,
nah,
that's why
she's not gonna survive that.
Does a 22 hit with the shocking grasp?
Yes.
All right, and that's going to be 2d. All right, and she's going to be taking a grand total of 9 points of lightning damage.
How do you want to do this?
Ah, damn it! I wanted to execute her with 4 different longsword swipes.
No, we needed her alive.
She did well. That's why this is a
No, we
taser.
don't, because Bertram has Speak with Dead.
I also have Revivify.
Yeah, and a gem ward, a diamond ward, 1,000 gold pieces.
Celeste doesn't like coup de grace people who can provide the party with information. So this is going to be a taser strike.
She twitches and convulses before her eyes roll up and she falls down. You're not sure if she's unconscious or if she's dead.
Pretty sure she's unconscious.
What? I mean, you know.
Let's check her
Well,
breathing.
we have a cleric who hopefully is trained in medicine.
Indeed.
I'm do a medicine check as well. To see
So
if she's
Kate
alive.
and Biltram, roll a medicine check.
Dirty 20.
Biltram?
Let's see. 7 plus 8, 15.
Yeah, I got a dirty 20, so we should be good.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. It is going to be a while for her to wake up. She's unconscious, but if you turn to the right authorities, she'll blabber her answers as much as she can.
Why would we turn her over to the authorities when there are no witnesses? We can question her however we want.
I'm also talking about the Lich.
Yeah, but we can just all sit around her and sing "I Know a Song That Gets on Everybody's Nerves" until she talks.
I think that's chaotic evil. I'm not sure if you can do that.
Kate can definitely do that.
Baby shark.
Kate is chaotic neutral, leaning a bit toward the other side. I mean, why do you think you leave the child alone?
Alrighty, by the time she wakes up, she shutters her eyes and she's going to cast.
Oh, we're taking off the ring while she's unconscious. We're binding her.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Are you kidding?
We're taking up all the clothing except her underwear.
Pulls the dude with all the rope and all the land. Of course he's gonna hog tie her ass.
We're gonna strip her of all her clothing except her underwear, just to be sure.
No.
Because we've got another spell magic.
Yeah, we're not doing a cavity search no matter how much you want to.
Yeah.
But do we have spare clothing?
And by the way, what you've claimed from her is reading the spell of storing that stores a flame strike spell.
I mean, I could use that. Could any of us could?
A great ring to put on my middle finger.
I mean, that would be great.
Just flip someone off to flame strike. Well, that's how I cast shield, is I flip someone off. A 20-foot Warforged Titan trying to chainsaw your face. That's quite an epic way to cast shield. He died!
Yeah.
You. And she mutters, you and everything.
No. How do you know Beatram?
Yeah, how do you know me?
So give me a second. During one of your excursions and while you were working with House Tarasco, you managed to put a stop to her in one of managed to put a stop in one of her plans to ruin Sharn, which led her to finding this corpse in a fit of desperation.
Wow.
Also, has
it's been so lackluster that you can't even remember it.
Small world.
So, has anyone laid claim to that ring of spell storing? Because, Dibs.
I mean, Kate already said, I'd like it.
Oh, I've got the least number of spells. Honestly, I would like to have it.
There's also Liam, who has the least amount of spell slots.
That is not true. I have the least amount of spell slots here.
I'm gonna use my vote to give it a call.
Your what?
How many spell slots do you have?
My vote to for a call.
What cloak?
No. It basically we've decided to give it to Cole instead.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Cole gets the ring. Cole gets the ring.
Spell storing.
Hey, I can now cast 4 total spells.
Cadwin has been stealing corpses to make an army, but in a different place. So, Eberron still
What is it with people stealing bodies for armies?
Yeah, what is up with that?
Then again,
that's basically shit. Then again, we're in Eberron, raising zombies and skeletons for your army. That's like standard operating procedure in Karnath.
Not anymore.
That's my
It was during the last war.
For most of it, yeah. and then they split off heavily from control by the House of Vol. It's for the most part kind of illegal.
You mean, you mean the cult of the blood of Vol? Because that hasn't been a dragon marked house in thousands of years.
As far as I know, my nation is not planning for a war.
Oh,
yes, it is.
Yeah, do you with her
Not
tied
as
up,
far as Liam knows.
captured? Do you return her? Do you want to give her to Gath or what?
Was she connected to Steel Elysium or not?
No.
Okay, so just a coincidence with that. Which
we should just.
Overlord was she trying to
We
summon?
should just bring her there.
Well, she tells you that she is trying to fully resurrect an overlord named
Why the fuck would she tell any of that up to it? Honestly.
roll intimidation check. She
Oh, sweet.
Oh, can I do that? Can I do that?
She already told you that what she is doing when she has announced her plans to you.
25.
How would you want to intimidate her?
Start bending her arm, twisting her nail till she starts talking. With a big smile on my face.
Okay.
I had told you everything.
I have bound her up. One of the things that precludes is any of us torturing her, because I know how you all.
Or did you forget about the sorceress who has charm person?
I don't fucking care. I'm torturing this person. Finally, give me something.
Yeah, that is definitely.
This is my specialty. Intimidation is my thing. Just let me do my thing. And every time she starts not cooperating, I turn my face in something very fucking cruel.
So she has nothing else to say.
So suddenly you turn into just the Mickey Mouse face. I'm going to introduce you to the Mickey Mouse Club.
Her fate is in your hands. So her fate is in her hands. What do you want to do with her?
You guys wanted to keep her alive, right?
The Raja.
Did you guys want to keep her alive?
Yeah, because the Lich is gonna choose something.
Alright, then I won't put her in the bag of holding.
She looks at it in terror and she quickly shakes her head, but as he...
Celeste rolls her eyes and finds herself quoting Wonder Woman in the 2017 Justice League movie. Children. I work with children.
Liam and Baldur. Baldur, do you have any thoughts on this? What do you want to do with her?
I'm not too worried about this connection she has with this history we have. I think that's just coincidental. I think we should just deliver her to...
But you have suspicions about Gath, and you saw how he works. I'm pretty sure that because do you have a good alignment or what?
I wrote down chaotic good. I still need to kind of flesh out if that's who I want to be.
Yeah. So.
But
you had this because of your girl. You had this feeling that
funny.
Celeste is neutral good, so just straight up murdering this chick off the table.
Chaotic
you're also
neutral
to turn her
evil.
into Gath.
We're turning her into our client.
And if one of Gath's clients, a fate worse than death, and I wouldn't consider that a good option to do. Especially
true, that's a good point. So, what were we hired to do specifically? Were we hired to solve the mystery, or were we hired to return prisoners for interrogation?
You're
a little bit of both. A little bit of both. We needed to find out why Bloody Sword is disappearing. We now found out why we bring this bitch to the
she's basically using these corpses to help restore the Overlord.
Which one?
The one that you.
Which one of the many?
The body of one you're in.
Oh, okay. Human Reaper one.
I was thinking the same thing. Yes.
Which is why earlier I said let's get the M90
Kane.
and yeah.
Oh yeah, now I
490.
remember. Now I remember.
Oh
My
no, it's the
favorite
final
weapon.
two. One shot it. Blam!
Well, he can't one-shot it in lower, except in lower difficulties, but yeah.
Minimum 2 shot because it's a 2-phase boss.
Yeah.
If you've got enough power ammo, you can get 2
Anyway,
shots.
I, as a Liam, would ask, what's exactly the detail of the mission?
Yeah, basically, find out the source of these missing courses, which she had them into to being responsible for them, to help in hopes of resurrecting this resurrecting and restoring this overlord that will destroy Sharn.
Yeah, we know.
Yep.
That I got, but well, I mean,
really care.
now that she's
We pretty much
captured,
spoiled that plan.
I'm just asking, now that we captured, who's has to take over her to arrest her?
Well,
And we can
I
always
just thought we just tie up as much
know?
rope as we possible, just like drag her along.
No, I mean, to who are we delivering again? Because I did not.
to the friendly lich.
yeah, I would.
We've got.
Oh, we let the lich
that
know. We let the lich know who was stealing her corpses, but the mastermind behind this, raising an undead army to resurrect a demon plot, turn her into the city watch.
City Watch is too small for this. I
Yeah.
think we need to go.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, we need somebody bigger than
Eberron,
City Watch because she's.
You basically captured her, and with all the evidence in hand and her confession.
This isn't a standard medieval city. This is Sharn, the city of towers. This is basically New York City, but with magic.
Yeah, so definitely not the City Watch because they're incompetent and corrupt. I say we turn her over to Crazy Steve.
Who's Crazy Steve?
I'm just.
Goddamn
Crazy
Batman.
Steve!
Oh yeah, him.
Do you know who I am? I'm the goddamn Batman.
The choice is up to you. Do you turn her into Gaff, which it will guarantee her lack of escape, but leave her to a fate worse than death, and not something a good character would be comfortable with. Because
They would definitely be comfortable with that.
I'm just. It's like an uncomfortable choice between.
But if we let her go free, she'll try to, she'll try her.
Which is not an option.
If you turn
marshals,
to the guards,
because then it's not the guards, a sentinel marshal, because then it is an internet. This is an international incident. It may just be in the bowels of Sharn, but this concerns the world.
Okay. Sentinel marshals it is.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's better.
City Watch is the only proper authorities I could think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, who's going to turn her turn her over to the Sentinel Marshals and House Denise?
Celeste and I can do that
I
because
support that idea.
Yeah,
Celeste and I.
Should it be all of us?
Yes, Celeste and Cole brings the evil priest over to the Sentinel Marshals, while Beltram, Kate, and Liam goes over to Gath. He's still working on the corpses, and he is more than happy to hear that he has successfully foiled her plan, and is happy to learn who is responsible for it. And he gives you a reward as promised, his Morning Star. I'm going to tell you what it does. So it's basically a okay. I'm gonna look up what the Morning Star does. Oh,
Probably like a variant of a Mace of Disruption or something.
yeah. He's deformed.
It's something like a flail.
It's a Frostbrand Morning Star.
Oh, a flail. No, a flail. The flail is the one with a chain. Morning Star is just a spike ball.
Yeah.
Flail is really a farming implement. Is a goddamn awful weapon to use. Tool to use as a weapon.
I'm gonna look up what it does.
So it's a martial weapon, melee, and does D8 piercing damage.
I think it's perfect for me.
Yeah, because I use a longsword or battle axes.
There is such a thing as too many weapons, and that number is whatever makes it so you're so encumbered you can't move.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a bag of holding. I'm not worried about it.
Speaking of bag of
Though
holding,
it's quite
so
strange.
Everybody's got a bag of holding.
Bear Drum, it's quite strange for a Lich to give away his only weapon for Greenland Lee.
quote unquote only weapon. He's a lich. He's got magic.
Oh,
And he said only for the duration of the wielder's life, right? And then it returns to him.
Go ahead and roll.
Is that a threat? Is that a threat? Only for the duration of your life. Oh, sweet, thanks, Squish.
I'll roll an inside check.
Yeah. You can go ahead and roll an inside
17.
check.
+8. I got a dirty 20.
17.
Yeah, it is quite strange for Gad to give his only weapon. I said he's not telling you, he's not telling you exactly.
Only weapon, my left eye. You bet he has. You can bet your last Galifar he's got chill touch among his cantrips.
Wait. Your left eye. That's also which one Vecna's missing.
I said last Galifar.
Oh no, you said
and last gold piece.
Oh.
Yeah. You said.
Yeah. So he still hands you over his Farsbrand Morningstar.
You know, in our world, that my left eye crack is a reference to Odin, right?
Yeah, but also Vecna's the god of liches is missing his left eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Odin is also missing his left eye.
There are a lot of gods missing their left eye.
Yeah. So
I can think of like 4.
Exactly. And Odin ends up missing both his eyes at some point. And his life, but that's a different story.
Anyway, I got hard out at about dinner time, so yeah.
So let's end and call these with the priest in hand.
If you want me to poke around the weapon to see if there's anything wrong about it, before you decide to go,
please do.
Take it on a test.
And
before anybody attunes to it.
Do you have something like identify or detect magic?
Yes and yes.
All right, you can go and
once again,
you gave the weapon over to a Cole, which he uses identify or detect magic, and you find that there's some sort of scrying spell on it.
Hey, how many levels of smite do you have left? Liches take a lot of extra damage from smite. I think it'd be funny if you smote him with this weapon.
Anyway, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, that's where we would end
go.
this session, as you would find yourself deciding whether or not you would confront Gad about this.
And I get his weapon?
Did I tell you about the new game I came up with for Paladins?
Oh no!
Yes, based on the Paladin.
Yeah, a spying weapon. You're sure that he will hear what you say and can track them throughout Sharn.
Oh, so we just need to take it outside Sharn. Thinking outside the box.
This will be interesting to think about over the break.
How do I get rid of enchantments?
A dispel magic might do, but you're not quite sure if it permanently suppresses it or temporary.
Well.
Okay, this was fun. I gotta go, guys. Thanks, Connor.
Yeah. Thank you, and I'll be setting up the next stream with Shadowhawk, who's free in the campaign.
Fun.
Cool.
Fun. Well, yeah, it's been real. It's been fun, and it's been real fun. But yeah, it's
sorry for the
dinner time. Right?
Yeah, I'll be doing another stream pretty much immediately after this, if not very soon. So, anyway, have a good day, everybody.
You do the same.
Bye-bye. See you guys. See you next week.
You too.
Goodbye. Goodbye.